What's going on, mi gente? What's going on, my peoples, man? We are here at MudTalks, getting it in. You know how we do. Once again, it's your boy Cisco, a.k.a. Yeah, I just came up with that, Kid Corona. Remember that. And over here, we got my boy.
Body, man. What's going on, guys? Good to see you guys again. And we're going to kick it off today in a little bit of a different style and a different kind of guest that we've never had on. Carl White. Carl White's in the gaming scene, and I'd rather you introduce yourself more than myself.
Let us know who you are.
I go by Perfect Legend. That's my screen name. The name
Perfect
I've lived
Legend.
by
I
for
like it.
about-
I like it. See, we all got AKAs, man. What's your AKA at?
Vadi.
We got Perfect
Vadi's-
Legend, Kid Corona. What you got?
Vadi, man.
Oh, man.
Don't forget that's not my real name, son.
All right, so go ahead, man.
Yeah. So really, I just been competing and playing like games my whole life. It didn't start out like to where I want to play just to compete. It was more so like I just what I like to do. Like
Now, for those of you who don't know what type of games he's talking about, let us know what kind of games are you playing? Like, what do you
fighting
do?
games.
Fighting, like video games.
Yeah,
So
video
so
fighting
he's a gamer and he's been competing in fighting games. So what kind of fighting games? Like what
like
games?
Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat,
Okay.
Tekken.
Is this like a tournament? Is this a nationwide, citywide,
It's
statewide?
global.
It's global.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's been like not really underground. It's really close to mainstream right now at this point. I think gaming is still reaching that level, but it's made a lot of strides over the past 2 decades. I think because first when I got into it, it was at the end of the arcade era when arcades were really dying.
Okay.
They were probably already dead, ghosts at that point, but they were still around the country.
Okay.
But at that point, there was a big transition to like console tournaments. So people were playing on PlayStation hardware or some like Dreamcast and some games like GameCube for like Smash Brothers and stuff.
Okay.
But all of us have been traveling to compete. Well, me, I started in 2005, but there's been players traveling, competing since like 92 around that
Oh, wow.
era. Yeah, because when Street Fighter 2 came out, hyper fighting, people were doing stuff, at least out in California and New York.
Street
They were
Fighter
playing.
2 was a big one for the gaming scene.
Yeah, still at this point, Street Fighter 2 is one of the most sold fighting games.
Is it really?
Wow.
Yeah. Street Fighter is one of my favorite franchises, and Mortal Kombat, obviously, but those are two of the
Hey,
biggest
don't
ones.
forget about Tekken, man.
Yeah.
That's my shit.
Yeah,
Tekken,
That's my shit, man. Martial law.
Yeah, but I'm not. But Mortal Kombat was my big one,
That
but
was a
Street
good one.
Fighter was my other big one. And as a
There's
kid,
so
I played
many of
Street
them, though.
Fighter. Yeah, but
There's
those
so
were my
many.
two main
Yeah.
ones. But
That's what
but
I
that
was
tournament
too.
was one of the first ones for like the fighting community because Street Fighter 1 wasn't.
Yeah, Street
wasn't,
Fighter 1, I think there was a versus mode. I didn't personally. There is a versus mode.
There's
in
a
that game,
versus mode, but it was bad.
It wasn't as prominent as 2s. When 2s came out, it was marketed as you know, more versus than 1 was. I honestly didn't know about 1 for a good portion of my competitive life, or even like growing up. I thought Street Fighter 2 was the first game.
What?
Yeah, for a long time until I was like, oh, there's Street Fighter 1.
So
And then I saw
let
it.
me ask you this, man. What got you into this? Like, how did you're what, 7, 8, or however old you was, and how did you be? I like video games. I'm gonna do this. This is what I'm gonna do.
Wait, before that, in 92 was when all this started. How old were you?
I was like 4.
You were like 4? Okay.
Yeah.
And so you were already playing fighting games at the time? Because
At
I've been playing
first-
video games since I was around that same age, man.
Yeah, I was at first like my dad gave me a Game Boy and had Tetris on it, and I would just play that. And then I had went to a friend's. I don't know if they had a birthday party or anything, but I went over there and they had Street Fighter 2, and we were just like messing around on it. And then I was playing with like Ryu or Ken. It was one of them. I can't remember exactly who, but then I read the manual for the special move, and I just started just doing special moves.
Nice.
Back when you had to buy the magazines to know.
Yeah.
I remember that. What was the name of that magazine?
I always
There's,
I
like,
always read
Game
tips and
Pro.
yeah,
tricks.
Game
Yeah,
Pro.
Tips
That
and
was
Tricks.
yeah.
Tips and
I
Tricks
remember
is
that.
mine.
I remember
I
that.
still have packs of those books at home.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
I-
old school right there.
I couldn't buy them. We were on the poorer side back then, but I would go to the store and I would like read them and I'd be like, okay. And then I go home and like write them
Yeah,
down
try-
before I
yeah.
forgot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And then I go back because I couldn't remember too many of them. So
Yeah.
I'd keep going back and do that style. Yeah.
There used to be people that would sell manuals, not just combos, but literally just the special moves.
They would sell them.
Yeah,
in the school.
In the
Okay,
arcade.
okay, yeah.
That's smart hustling move
Man,
right
there's-
there.
Because you're
Yeah.
like,
There's
well,
always
here's the
hustlers.
audience
There's
for
always
this.
hustlers.
There's an audience for this. Like,
Yeah.
you want to know the special moves?
Yeah.
I got the special moves. Like,
I'll sell it to
So
you.
wait,
Yeah.
were you buying these things?
Yeah,
or
I bought one.
Did you ever sell them?
No, actually.
Man.
What I would do is in school, I would take binders and I would draw on the binder like a character. I would always draw Luke Kane or Sub-Zero, and then I would draw
my boy.
their fatalities next to them.
Oh,
Nice.
I don't know why. Maybe I did that. It was my way of like maybe writing in WordPad to remember. I don't know. But I could never forget just because I would just draw it all the time.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Luke Kane was your favorite character.
At that point, I think it was him and Sub-Zero.
What drew you to Luke Kane? Like, what about Luke Kane did you?
Bruce Lee.
Man, I knew it. I knew it.
That's most people's reason
The art
for
of fighting
Luke
without
Kane.
fighting.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. And Sub-Zero, man, I love Sub-Zero.
It's just more so the color blue and the ice.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say
yeah.
it's my favorite color, but it was one of my like that hue.
Yeah.
Of how it was like a lighter blue.
And it was different, dude.
Yeah.
Like when Sub-Zero came out, there was nothing else like that. Especially like it was completely
Like, you get
different.
frozen
He had a
blue,
really
all
he had a
that,
really
just
cool.
everything about it. And looking back, it wasn't too many special moves. It was just a few,
Yeah,
but it had such an impact.
it evolved big time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, are you from Toledo? Were you
Yeah,
born in?
born and
Is
raised.
your family from Toledo?
Yeah.
Okay. Is anyone not from Toledo, like grandma, grandpa, or great grandma?
Well, all right. My dad was born in Atlanta.
Okay.
My mom was born here, and like my grandmother was also. Actually, I can't remember if she was born in Atlanta or in Toledo, but I remember there was a story where she moved back.
So
from
you guys
Atlanta
have
here.
strong roots to the South, Atlanta.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you visited Atlanta? You got
Yeah, I've
family
been to
members?
Atlanta.
Okay.
plenty
Okay.
of times.
So, what's the gaming community in Toledo? Like, what is there a gaming community?
Yeah, there's a gaming community here. Before lockdowns and stuff, we were hosting monthly tournaments that had like 100 people show up. Because at first,
100.
yeah,
Whoa.
at first there wasn't too many people that would show up for a long time when I was hosting tournaments. So I just stopped and just focusing primarily on competing and stuff. But now there's like a newer group for like the newer games that will host things.
Nice.
How long ago were you hosting them that it wasn't drawing people out?
2008 was the last time I can remember actually like going out of my way to host something.
There's been big changes since 2008. Like things have changed like drastically. Even I know we were saying gaming's changed over the last 2 decades, but like over the last 5 years, like gaming has changed. Like I was sitting at the bar the other day and they were playing Madden.
For real?
Yeah, on ESPN.
Oh,
They were competing
like there
for
was
a
a
belt.
tournament.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about the whole tournament, but it was a
There was
one-on-one.
something was happening on
But
ESPN where they were playing
this
video
play
games.
on ESPN, like I never would have thought 5 years ago that on ESPN you'd be seeing two competitive people on a game like that.
Well,
like
Now you see people with pillow fights. I've seen that.
yeah, and dodgeball. So
2016, I was on CW's Chasing the Cup, and they had broadcast the finals of MKX that year on, I forget which channel. I want to say ESPN. ESPN's, there's an article of me on ESPN.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
We got to dig it out. We
Yeah.
got to dig it out, man.
I don't know if it's still there, but it was definitely there at least a couple years ago. But we were, I forget, but it was definitely on national channel like that. I was also in Championship Gaming Series, which was on DirecTV's Channel 101. That
Nice.
was also in 08. It's been like plenty of times I've been having TV appearances. Like I've been on G4, but that was like early, like 2006
okay.
too. But uncredited, they didn't even have my name on there, but I was on camera.
He was
Okay,
there.
nice,
It's
yeah.
real.
So
Go ahead.
I tend to veer off a lot. So let's go back. So you're
Yeah.
in the 90s. You're getting into the first fighting games.
Yeah.
You're playing for fun. Obviously, we're all playing for fun.
Yeah.
Tournaments aren't a big thing back then. And
I didn't even think about tournaments or even think about going to a tournament or anything. I didn't even think there was like a global fighting game community or anything.
I didn't know about tournaments until like 2000s and after. Like I didn't even know tournaments were a
Right.
thing. And like nowadays, our sources of information are infinite. Like we can find our
Like,
resources
that's how
quick.
I could go back and look at everything.
Yeah, but then there wasn't like you couldn't look this stuff up. You couldn't just like, oh, there's a
You had to
tournament
get
going.
a
It had to be in the
VHS. You had to get VHS to even see the tournament match.
Yeah.
And
Or-
if they didn't put it on VHS,
Yeah.
you couldn't see it.
Yeah.
You had to show up. There was no stream.
And the only way you knew about it was like in the magazines
or a
would tell you
forum or
about it.
something. If you just so happened to like run into somebody, like how I found out about the global fighting game community was I was playing Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate Online, and I met somebody named Blackula, and then he showed me.
That's a funny name.
Yeah,
I like it though.
yeah.
Blackula.
He showed me like a couple of the websites, and then from there, I was just like feeding myself information.
Okay. What year was it? Like what time
That
was
was 2004.
2004. So 2004, you find out about this scene.
Yeah.
When did you go into your first tournament?
05.
05.
I held
Right away. That's
I
quick.
started first like hosting tournaments online, and then me and a friend here named Tim, we started like hosting tournaments together in 05. We got people from like all over Ohio to show up.
Dope.
Detroit,
That's dope.
I think Kentucky, like since it was just like in the Midwest, people showed up.
Yeah. Where were you holding these tournaments at?
Miscues, billiards, and darts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Toledo be popping, bro. I'm trying to tell people, man, they
Yeah.
doing things. They be doing things out here.
Yeah.
But
So-
you know what? How can we? Okay, let me ask you this, because we had our other guests, and you know, it seems like there's so much going on in the city, like what you guys were doing. I didn't know anything about that. Like I would have went to go see, but how can we do it to where it becomes a thing? Like we can put the city on the map. Like this is happening. We're doing this. We're having these video game tournaments. Like how can we get on that level? From your perspective, what can we do to get on that level?
I think starting out will be awareness, and because with awareness brings, I guess, recognition.
Yeah.
And if the city wants to get involved with like investing or anything like that, they can do that. Especially like with buildings, with things opening up and people being more comfortable with going in public, they could, I don't know, invest in a land center or something.
Yeah.
There has been plenty that have come and tried here,
Yeah.
but they're always in an area where I guess their audience doesn't even know where they're at, or is their business model is just doesn't work.
Yeah.
So that would have to be worked out. But I think at least for like hosting tournaments, for events, like open up the convention centers like the Seagate or something for us to allow us to do that.
Yeah.
There was an event a couple years ago. There's a convention that was downtown at the Seagate Center, but I forgot what the name of it was. But
Was it the Comic Con? Because I remember my sons that went
it
to
was
one
a
of them,
Comic-Con. It
and they
might
was
be
telling
the
me
one
they was
you're
playing
thinking
in
of.
there.
I went to one of them, but that last time might have been like 2015, 2016. I can't remember.
Okay.
The exact
Yeah.
timing.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I just think it's really just about the awareness. Like more people know what's going on,
Yeah.
they'll be more inclined to want to be a part of it.
I think it's more accepted now too. Like I don't think it was as accepted before.
Yeah.
Like people are very nonchalant about it. Like, oh,
Yeah.
what would I?
Yeah, see, like for me, it's always, you can make money playing video games, and I never even talk about or lead with that. That's the only thing people care about.
Yeah.
is if
Yeah.
whatever you do,
What's the reward?
Yeah, what's the reward behind it? Now, like, yeah, you could. I mean, there are multiple ways. Like now, you could just upload a video and get say, depending on the click through rate and the watch time, you can make money if you're a partner on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram.
Right.
You can funnel that to a bunch of different resources. But at least, like, from a competitor standpoint, you don't win you don't get money unless you win.
Yeah.
And that's in a lot of, at least in fighting games. And the prize, depending on the event, might not be high. It might not even be worth to even go.
Right.
But also for the notoriety you get and just the viewership and stuff, you can, like I said, funnel that into different resources like Twitch viewership, YouTube viewership,
Okay.
products or whatever. You can sell coaching. It depends on, what games and what services you offer, how good they are too. It's just like any other entrepreneurship. You got to be good at what you're doing.
Yeah.
And also, you could also be not that good at what you're doing, but just have a lot of fans. That works too. And that's everywhere in every industry. You can't.
Let me ask you this:
people for the
from being in the business or in what you do, and you've been doing this for a while now. Have you seen an increase in minorities? Like, have there been more blacks playing video games,
It's
more
the same.
Latin people, or is it declining, increasing? It's the same.
It's always been
Video games are so universal.
Okay,
like I
okay.
couldn't imagine a difference in that.
Yeah,
like
it's always been
video games
everybody.
are universal.
Okay.
Super
See, I didn't know
universal.
that. I don't.
Yeah.
Because I don't play video games, so I don't
Yeah.
know.
Depends on what games they're playing. Like if they're like the higher end PC games, it drops off because the gatekeep is the price to like buy a PC.
Affordability.
That's what I was saying. Like how many people
Like
can
with
actually
fighting games,
afford
though,
those
you
games?
just can get an Xbox or PS4.
Okay, so yeah.
and just play that way.
Yeah. Super Nintendo,
Yeah.
Sega, those things.
Yeah,
you were right
yeah.
in the scene. Yeah,
Right, you're
yeah, it
just
wasn't
there.
much. Yeah,
Exactly. Or back in the day, you just walk to arcade. And
Yeah.
play. And
Right.
You just pay 50 cents and you could probably.
Man, what
play
did
it
happen
later.
to arcades? That was actually cool. Now that I think about it.
Consoles happen to arcades.
Yeah,
Because now
for
you're
sure.
like, why would I go here and pay $1 when I can buy the game for 50 and play as long as I
play
want?
all I want to.
but-
And online play.
Yeah.
But it's almost like how people argue, why would I go to the movies when I can download a movie and watch it at home?
They have to enhance the experience.
Yeah, yeah.
There it is.
So
Because
that
there are arcades that still work and exist, like in
Dave and Buster's.
Dave and Buster's.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
But Dave and
But that's a
Buster's,
very different. That's not like a fighting style
Yeah, their
arcade.
games,
That's
they
not the
got-
same.
It ain't Galaga.
It's
They got
not,
like Adult Bop It or something.
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
They
Yeah,
got that.
it's
They
not the
don't-
same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't have arcades like back in the day. Like you don't see the Terminator 2 machine.
Man,
Yeah.
that was
Arcade
dope.
machines. Yeah,
Yeah.
see?
They
Like,
got Tomb Raider.
Right.
I was just there.
And a lot of the developers don't develop for arcade anymore.
Yeah, it's not as profitable.
Right.
Yeah. I do think that it is more accepted and like a tournament style or like a place where people can go. If there was a central location to hold tournaments, I think video games are viewed in a very different light.
I think
and
Vegas is
and
the best place to hold tournaments.
Vegas?
For real? That's
I mean,
got to
you
be
can
expensive,
bet.
though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it changes
But
everything
then we
real
fall
quick.
into the money thing. You know, do we want to do it for the
Hey,
money or
look,
do we?
people
you know
bet
what I
on
mean?
horses.
This is true.
Yeah. So you can't hold tournaments here with prize money for the winner?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, but over there you can do more with it? Is that
Yeah,
No,
what
I
would be
mean-
the difference?
I mean, I don't think there's a cap on how much money you can pay out.
Yeah.
It's just,
Well, Vegas is a scene with a lot more on there
Yeah.
and a lot more
I think
people.
just
so a
the
lot
name
more
itself,
Yeah,
Vegas.
it's Vegas. Yeah.
Toledo,
a lot more
Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Yeah.
I mean, we win, but whatever.
I mean,
what they should do is give us like cheaper tickets from here direct to Vegas. So I don't have
Ooh.
to drive to Detroit all the time.
yeah.
That'd
Yeah, all my flights go from Detroit,
Dude,
man.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
cheaper.
Or you fly
Yeah.
from here and connect to Detroit.
Yeah.
Which
Oh
Makes
my
no
God,
sense.
what?
You might as well drive. It
Yeah.
takes longer to get to the airport and
Yeah.
go over. Yeah, no. I
How
wouldn't-
long is
no.
a flight from Toledo to Detroit, man? Now that
it's like
it's got to be like 15 minutes.
hop, skip,
Not
and a
even.
jump.
Yeah, I don't know. We are
20
taking
minutes,
off
like,
and we are landing.
Yeah.
We-
We're here.
yeah, no, I always go straight to Detroit for any of my flights out or
Could you
anything
fly
like that.
from Toledo to Detroit? No, not
That happens. I've also
So
connected
weird.
to Chicago before too.
Okay, yeah, I've done
Chicago's,
that. Yeah,
that's
that.
fine. That's
Yeah.
at least a couple hours.
But
like,
Detroit
yeah.
is literally down
Oh
the
yeah,
street.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's hours in driving. Yeah.
Yeah, and driving on a plane, it's like an hour, if that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's super short
I
flight.
just don't like going to O'Hare, man. It's so much.
Yeah?
It's busy. Hell
It's
yeah,
so
yeah,
much.
yeah. I've been over.
I don't
there.
like that you can't get to what you have to like go around,
Yeah,
and
That's
that's
annoying.
that's
That's
what
annoying.
kills
I
me.
think of
yeah.
Home Alone every time I'm in Chicago.
So
Are you scared to get lost?
Yeah. I've always
Lost
missed
in
my-
Chicago.
Expect that answer.
So did you guys know each other before, prior to this, or?
Yeah, so we've gone to the same gym. Josh Buchanan, our trainer.
Cool,
yeah,
cool,
We got
cool.
the same trainer. So, and then I didn't know that you did video games, and Josh kept telling me
Yeah.
about you after I knew you, but I didn't know it was you.
Yeah, he did put it together.
Yeah,
It's like-
and I was like, okay, and then I was like, hey, that gamer. He's like, yeah, Carl. I was like, wait, I've no. So it was like crazy. I was like, I've known this dude the whole time. Okay, all right, it makes sense. Yeah.
yeah.
So the first tournament that you got into, which tournament? Do you remember what tournament that was?
Yeah, it was a GameStop tournament for Soul Calibur 2. That was the first one I can remember actually entering.
Yeah.
For
Where was that at? Where was that in Toledo? Or?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
on Monroe Street, the one by Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is funny. I ended up working there like years later.
Okay.
For like a year, but it was that, and then the tournament I held with my friend Tim at Miskey's Billiards and Darts. That would be like my first like official event. We called that Ohio Fighting Game Classics.
That's
Okay.
dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. So what are the biggest tournaments that you've been part of?
Evolution Championship Series.
Okay, and
Yeah, that's acknowledged as the biggest tournament that in our scene. Like as far as entrance, anyone can show up and play, and it's been going on since 2002, I believe, or maybe 2000, because it started off as Bash at the Bay or Battle by the Bay, because it started off in the California. area.
Oh, okay. So that's where it starts off in
Yeah.
Cali. Okay.
And then they moved it to Vegas. So the first time it was in Vegas was in 2005.
So it's legit. That's mainstream right
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the one that gets all the Main Street coverage and all that stuff, and companies will back it. They also will do big reveals for games there too.
Oh, okay.
For at least fighting games. That's how they show
Oh.
off Negan for Tekken.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many times have you participated in that tournament?
I've went to the exact count, I don't know, but I've been going since 2006, but I didn't go to 07, 08, or 09. I went to 10, 11, 12, and so on.
Yeah.
19.
Okay.
Have you won? Any?
Yeah, I've won 3 of them.
Wow, dang, that's dope.
Now, what kind of player? So that's a big level event. Like those
Hell
are top.
yeah,
Those are
for
top
real.
top players.
Yeah.
So you've beaten top players
Yeah.
3 times.
Yeah.
That's
Well, at least at
amazing.
that event. I mean, I've beaten a lot of them
Mm-hmm.
in different events because it's like the WWE in a sense of
He said the WWE.
I'm not talking about
I like
the
that.
kayfabe, but I'm talking about as far as like, all right, you got your pay-per-views, your
Yeah.
SummerSlams.
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
They're little like names of some of the events. Like, so we have a Summer Jam instead of a SummerSlam.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, which one is the
Nice.
WrestleMania of all
Yeah,
that?
Evo.
The one that you win.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
you won that
not-
one.
Yeah, but we also have
Damn.
like CEO, which is very wrestling thing that we actually compete inside of a wrestling.
What?
That's
Yeah, for the
awesome.
final.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And they held a 8EW event there before too.
8EW.
Yeah, it's,
I'm not familiar. You gotta.
Man, I forget what the acronym stands for, but it's right now the rival to WWE. Like how we had WCW.
Ah, I got you.
I
Yeah.
see what you're saying.
Now I understand. Yeah.
Now
But
they got
they're-
cheerleaders in there and everything, or no? 'Cause I
Why
wanna
you want
go, but-
cheerleaders? Look
Well,
where your
I-
head goes.
well, hey,
Like
man, I'm just
they're
saying,
playing
man,
fighting
I was-
games. He's like, are there
I
cheerleaders
coming out
though?
there with like, yeah, you know.
I don't know.
Come on, man.
I
You gotta
haven't
sell
watched-
it, man. I want to go,
Yeah.
man.
It's,
I wanna
it's
go.
a good event. They're very athletic. They're
Yeah.
good at what they do.
Yeah.
But I think, or I could be wrong because I know they're in Japan. Like one of their star wrestlers is in Japan. It's
Oh.
Kenny Omega,
Okay.
Oh,
and he will. Man, all right, I could be. Somebody's gonna blow me up. All right,
Yeah.
Hey,
That's how it
hey,
happens,
let's
man.
get it.
Yeah.
But
Everything
this
with
is
an
it.
asterisk. Everything I
We're
say, I'm
here.
like, yo, I
We're
don't know
here.
anything.
not
I'm just a
exactly
guy.
sure which
I put.
exact wrestling a federation that it is.
Yeah.
but it's not WWE. but
ECW?
it rivals it. No, it's not
no,
ECW.
they see.
Okay. Is something else?
Not ECW, but they've held a wrestling event at the tournament before the finals the next day.
What? That's a crazy crossover.
Like they're having another event this year at Daytona, and they had another one in this past December. But these events are annual every year.
Okay.
There's also an event called Combo Breaker in Chicago. It used to be called Ultimate Fighting Game Tournament, but then they changed the name.
Okay.
But I've been to and won all these events at different like periods and times.
Nice, dude.
So
Nice.
it's, but they are our wrestling pay-per-views.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have to pay to watch.
Right.
But, I mean, if you show up, you might have to pay $100 venue fee to walk through the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for the most part, you can watch at home. And
Okay.
people, different streams
So
from the community.
Now it's streamed, right?
Yeah.
Like now all these events are like live streamed
Because
or,
up until like 08, 09, a lot of these events were not streamed. That's when they really started dabbling in streaming and broadcasting and put them on the internet.
people weren't watching back then. There wasn't as a high level, and it wasn't taken as seriously as it is now. Like
Well,
now,
the players have taken it serious. It's just that
right,
the
it's
main-
just-
the main.
we're talking mainstream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the players. The players are a different
Yeah.
story. The people who are at the tournaments before they went big obviously are dedicated to
Right.
what they're doing
Right.
there. I'm just speaking of the masses.
Oh,
and
yeah,
The
and
masses, the general population.
Yeah, 'cause,
Yeah.
you know, everybody thinks like it's just a game. You could just mash and press buttons. They don't
Yeah.
think about the scientific methods behind it. Or
There is a scientific method, but see, I don't know these
yeah,
things.
There's a lot-
I'm the
it's just
main.
like,
I'm the main
I wouldn't
people.
say it's the same as boxing or
Yeah.
anything, but you can still apply the same like winning mindset or training mindset.
There's a
do it.
discipline to it.
Yeah, it's very
there's a
much
discipline to
discipline,
it.
yeah.
Okay, see, I didn't know that. I'm thinking people are just like,
Yeah, because like if you get on and you start mashing,
Right, right.
you're gonna lose.
yeah, you're gonna lose,
And that's me.
And, like you'll probably beat somebody else that's also playing like that.
Yeah.
Like, if you play a terrible basketball player and you're a terrible basketball player, you might have like a close score.
oh my
Yeah.
God, 1-1.
Yeah.
And you just going all, you play horse, you might have a whore at the end. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just-
yeah, yeah.
Like it's different levels for everything. So like there's
Yeah.
a high level where the game looks exactly like this is how it's going to play out.
Yeah.
And it might be a little crazy and different stuff, but we all have a set of how the game is supposed to play, like based on like reactions and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
We all have human limitations. Like example, we're driving down the street, right, and you see a car come running past the light. You know, like instinctively, you need to stop. Like
Yeah.
everyone has that reaction, whether it's like slow or not. But if you're constantly looking for something to be messed up, you're going to brace yourself a lot quicker.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's how you would approach like a fighting game or anything. You like, all right, I know this is defender is coming or someone jumps at me, I got to react a certain way. So once you understand these principles and rules, and you can like navigate the space that way.
Do you train for tournaments?
Yeah.
And this, like, what does training consist of? So if you know, let's say next month you had.
Yeah.
Wait, is there a time frame, or are you always kind of like training-ish?
I'm always training-ish.
Okay.
Like, I'm always practicing or something, but it depends on like what's coming up. I'll play more of this game or something.
Okay.
But first you want to learn like all the basics and stuff. But at my level where I'm at, where I'm not learning all that, it's really just maintaining the muscle memory so I can hit the combos when the situation arises. Making sure my reactions are on point, like someone jumps at me, or so I'm not panicking when certain situations happen. Like example, if someone's on top of me and they're trying to throw me or like cross me up or something, then I will know not to panic and like start mashing here. Like I was saying, like that doesn't work. You have to think for every situation. Like you have to maintain a presence of mind. It's just like I wrote about in my book, and it's like you keeping your dukes up in the fight.
Right.
Like you're boxing.
Right.
You know how boxers start to lower their hands
Yeah,
over time? Because they're getting tired.
Yeah.
While you're playing, you have to like not autopilot. So every situation is a separate situation from what just happened. You don't want to be like,
it's unique.
all right, well, I'm just going to fall into doing this because this is just the way the cards
You can't
roll.
follow a pattern then. You got to switch it up constantly.
You got to be in the moment.
You can have a pattern, and it can work depending on the player you're playing. Like, say, if they're just doing whatever, so you're like, all right, this is a flow chart that I'm going to use versus this kind of player. But if you want to just make sure that you're winning, and you just got to maintain that presence of mind. You don't want to get into the habit of anything, because then they can use your habits on you.
And this leads to my question. So do you study your opponent? Do you know like how do you look at that? Like, okay, I'm gonna play against this guy, so I gotta study how he play, what he do.
Like what? So every character
or she
has
it could
a
be
different.
a she.
They're girls that play there. Girls are good too. Every player has a different character, different roster of characters they use. So it's not so much of knowing what they're thinking, it's more so like knowing what the character can do and knowing your responses to the character. But then after that, the layer comes where I know I just contradict myself saying this, is knowing what they want to do. Because you're like, all right, if they do this knee, how I'm going to respond to this based on also what the data tells you in the game. Because every move in the game might have like a set number where, all right, well, you're minus right here. So you don't want to press a button because you'll get.
Dang, man,
I was just gonna ask you that, because there's combos in there that are like, okay, this takes point whatever seconds. This defense is what, and that's above me, like way above me. I play for fun. I know the combos. I know how to do the things, but not anywhere near that kind of level.
Yeah, it's really just.
Do you know those? So like, do you know a response though? So the knee is this time. Do you know that you want to go back with another move? Do you already have like a preset move that you know works?
Counterattack.
A counter, that's the word. Yeah,
like,
thank you.
I throw a punch, right?
Yeah.
And you move out the way or stay away from the range of the punch. So then, like, while I'm recovering from, like, because in real life, if I do this, I can't instantly go like that immediately.
Yeah.
So while I'm doing that, you have to hit me.
Okay.
While I'm recovering. So it's exact same in fighting games. And then, like, say if I punch you and it connects, and say maybe it doesn't do anything, you can use still the recovery.
Okay.
But also, like, there's a thing called plus on block where I attack and I'm at advantage and it's still my turn. Like in cards, you're like, all right, well, in Uno, well, I'm going to make you have all these cards with draw 4 or something. It's similar to that.
Yeah.
So depending on where the match is at, because when the match starts, neither one of you are making contact. So you have to figure out, all right, what are they going to try to do to control this space right here, and how can I capitalize on it? And then say if neither one of you are even trying to control the space.
This is mental chess.
I'm
this is mental. And not only mental, like you have to have the reaction time to make this happen.
One. Yeah. Come at me.
But it's all of this that we're not just thinking about where we're living in the moment.
Man, this is crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
It's and like you said, you can't go into an autopilot. You have to literally constantly be in
I'm gonna start the match. I'm gonna
in
jump
the presence.
You're gonna keep getting checked and challenged on the screen. So you have to pick the right timing of when to do stuff. Because then you can come in and just block and then get them to do something. So then it's your turn. Because a lot of times if you block an attack, it will give you the turn just by the numbers in the game.
Yeah.
Because also you have to know not exactly. Oh, this move is plus 10 or this move is plus whatever, but plus 10 is a lot, by the way.
Yeah, it sounds ridiculous.
Like you can get whatever
Plus 10,
you want.
anything plus 10 is
games,
good.
Yeah, in most games plus 10.
You put a
gives
plus
you
in
whatever
there?
you want.
Yeah.
But some moves might be like -3.
Oh, hell
or it
no.
might
We don't
be,
like that. We don't like the minus.
0.
Zero.
Or it might be like, 5.
Yeah.
You have to know, really, is it your turn or not? Because then when you see the move, you just know, okay, that move just gives me advantage, or that move puts me at disadvantage.
Yeah.
And then
So
you
depending
use
on
that
if
move
the
to
block,
confirm.
it gives you enough return time to actually hit
Right.
them, or they still have another opening and you need to continue to block. So you need to know what move causes that.
Right.
There's there's a lot of moves.
Yeah.
In
And some moves,
every
and
game.
some games don't have a lot of moves to where it's like simpler and it's not as hard. And then once you learn one game, it'll be easier to learn the next one.
For sure.
Because you're like, all right, well, I could take what I've learned in this game. There's not going to be the exact same game, but like, say if you learn how to do a quarter circle forward motion, most fighting games have the quarter circle forward motion,
Yeah.
so you'll be able to do that motion in every other game. It's just when you know to apply it.
Street
Dang.
Fighter was like one of the first ones to come out with that
Yeah.
quarter circle move. Yeah. As a kid, I never knew how to do those moves.
Yeah, it's
I
just-
didn't find that
yeah,
out
on
until way
arcade
later.
stick,
Do
it's
you know
like
what the
this.
quarter circle
Hell
move
no,
is?
I'm just here,
The-
man. This is cool, though.
All right,
I
so
remember
on
the plus
on
10 and the
table-
minus
on
3, the
table, it was just
zeros.
like this. It was just like this. You just
What-
go.
what-
It's
yeah.
a quarter of a
I'm
circle.
old, but I'm listening.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
it's a
it's like
quarter
our,
of a
our
circle.
down forward punch, and you know how he does the move. That's
okay.
a quarter circle. It's
Yeah.
the down. It's the rotation of it. Yeah.
So, like,
so
an
that's
arcade
that's
stick,
what
it would
quarter
just-
circle is. Yeah, and that's like
You know what
that-
game? We're talking about games. You know what game really annoys me, man? I love
Pong.
the graphics. I love just how it looks. Then Capcom, X-Men versus whatever. Like, oh my god, it's so busy. I'm like, what's
Yeah.
happening?
Yeah.
I am
Yeah,
at-
Marvel
Like,
versus
what
Capcom.
is
Yeah,
happening?
Marvel versus Capcom.
That-
I am absolutely trash at those
That's
games.
when I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know
in
what
those
I'm doing.
games,
Do
it's
you play those?
Yeah, I
Is-
played
yeah.
those too. Like those games, I understand why people who are like don't
like
play
me,
fighting
I'm
games,
that guy. Like, what
Yeah.
is this? I love the graphics. I'm a comic book dude, so
Yeah.
I love all that. But what's happening?
All right, so there's a point character on both sides of the screen that
Okay.
you're controlling.
Yeah.
And then the characters that you choose in the background can come out as assists.
Right,
Really,
yeah.
What they're just doing is coming out and doing an individual special move that they can do if you had them as a point character.
Yep.
So you use them as ways to like either extend a combo or to attack without blocking. Like instead of wanting to throw a fireball and giving yourself like a risk at being a recovery and they can punish you, you can just move around and call the assist and they'll attack for you. So if they try to like punish the assist, you can punish them for trying to punish the
That
assist.
shit gives me a headache, bro.
Fundamentally, I understand that, but
Yeah.
the moment the screen goes
Man,
into that,
it's
I'm
too
like,
much.
I'm lost. You know, the one that I play is the Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
that's another one.
Dragon Ball,
Yeah,
and
that was
that
happening,
one
yeah.
is. I feel like it's slower paced than what those are because I keep up with that. That one I'm okay with, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I know what's going on. Marvel vs. Capcom, too much on the
Yeah.
screen,
Marvel 2
too
is
much
really
switching.
Fast. Marvel 3 is really fast.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Fighters it might be slightly slower than that, but it's still really
Dragon Ball Fighter Z is what it's
Yeah.
called, right? Yeah, that's what it is.
What about
yeah.
the other one where the Mario Brothers, they jump and they fall off? If you fall off, you got to keep jumping back up or whatever. They got all these characters.
Are you talking about Super Mario Brothers?
No,
man?
no.
Are you talking about Smash?
Yeah, like
Oh,
that's another
Super
one.
Smash Brothers,
I'm like, what's
yeah.
happening here?
Yeah, Smash is awesome.
Now,
It's like
for that game,
craziness.
Instead
Yeah.
of like basically depleting the life bar, you're trying to get the percentage of the life bar higher. So when you hit them, the further they spread out. And
So if they fall off the thing, the ledge or whatever, it's
Yeah.
over with, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
You
but
fall
most
off
of them
or
have
knock
like
off.
a special jump, or like Kirby will fly his
Yeah.
little.
Like
I,
what?
I hate
Everyone
Kirby.
has like some kind of recovery
Yeah.
to get on, but
Yeah.
the goal of the game is to knock them off either
Yeah.
like that way up. Or
And there'd
down.
be like 20
or
moves
out
in there.
when
Yeah.
they go up against the screen and
Yeah.
come down.
Oh, yeah.
You know, what happened to the good old days, man? Like Super Mario Brothers one.
Good. Those are
still
still
out.
great games.
Yeah,
Those are
the
still
first
nothing wrong
one.
with
I
those
still
games.
got that
They
NES,
re-release
man.
Those. Nintendo
Yeah.
re-releases
For
their
real?
games all the time. Yeah, for people like you who
Yes.
don't play
Yeah.
games. and
Super
you're like,
Mario
I just wanna
Maker.
Play
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like we're going to resell it for $60.
Yep.
Here.
60.
Okay,
Yeah.
not all the games they do that, but they do that plenty
Yeah.
of times.
In the stores for the
Yeah,
Wii's, you
yeah,
can
yeah,
you
the
can
Wii
buy all
store,
the classics. By the
You
way,
know what would be
Or what you can do is you can get an emulator
Mm-hmm.
and then play the game for free.
cool? Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh.
You may be
Yeah.
onto something there.
What was the little NES they sold for a little while there? And it had
that
all
was
the,
a fake one though. Was that real?
the NES
Was that-
Classic. No, they had it was a little
a
one.
mini, right? I think
Yeah.
it was called the
Yes,
mini.
yes.
It was classic.
Yeah.
And they
NES.
had all the games in there or whatever, like
Yeah.
50 games in there or something like
It
that.
didn't have all the games. It only had like 60 games. Something like
60
that,
games
didn't
is
it?
cool.
I swear. Because there's like
How much was that? I should have got me that.
700 Nintendo games or something like that.
700.
Like that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, but like I said, you can get an emulator.
Yeah.
And just go manually. Look, I'm sorry. I didn't put the ROMs online. Don't
Yeah.
be mad at me for saying it. But
Okay, so I'm gonna chime
yeah,
in with
because
you then,
somebody gonna
since
come at
we're,
you.
we're already here. Not saying that it like I did it or anything like that, but somehow like I've seen the ROMs and there's like 700 and something
They're
of
out-
them,
they're
and you
out
can
there.
play. They're out there. You
Yeah.
can get them completely for
Wow.
whatever.
Wow.
Now you should pay for the base game. You should pay for your
Look,
games. I'm
I
not
paid-
saying that
Shut up.
anybody should
We're
steal any
not
games. Just want to
condoning
clarify
this
that.
behavior.
I'm just saying.
I pay for all of them. Okay?
Yes.
I
What are you
bought
saying?
every
What are
game
you
that
saying?
I ever downloaded, I also paid for
Yeah.
several times.
Yeah.
Like I would be like say MK, right? I got MK on Genesis, I got it on Nintendo, I got it on Saturn, I got it on
Damn.
PlayStation.
What's messed up is
Damn.
today, like even if you buy the game, like you don't have the game because
Yeah.
I bought the game for my Xbox, but I want to play it on PlayStation. I like PlayStation's
You gotta
controller a
rebuy
little
the
bit
game.
better, but I have to rebuy it.
But
You gotta
here's
So I don't
rebuy
really
it.
own the game. I own it for that
if you
console.
get a converter though, you can play on that controller on anything.
Damn.
Like that,
do you
that's
mean?
another thing that's not really like mainstream is knowing that there are companies like Itoki
Mm-hmm.
that make converters. So like say you want to play on Xbox on PS4,
Yeah.
you can do that.
But I would still be through the Xbox, right?
You would
The
connect
controller
your-
would
yeah,
be.
You connect the controller to the converter, and the converter
Yeah,
would
yeah, yeah,
connect
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah. I
the
see what he's
system.
saying.
Oh, gotcha.
I see what he's
Okay,
saying.
So
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
like your home button would just be the X button.
gotcha.
All
Okay.
that, like
Well,
your Y and all that stuff would just match up to how it's laid out on the PlayStation.
it would be nice because like Mortal Kombat, you can cross play, but you can't directly invite somebody on the other system. So
Yeah,
me
you
being
have
on
to go to, like,
Xbox,
to a room or
you
something.
being on PlayStation, I can't just say let's fight together.
Yeah, you can't send an
It would-
invite. You have to go to a room and
you
then
have
match up there.
Yeah, and it
Sometimes
makes it a
doesn't work.
complicated process,
Yeah.
especially for the year that we're in and like the easy access of everything.
Dude, that's
they
what we've been-
overcomplicate it.
We've been pushing that so much in the community for the games to be cross-platform. Like the only games that are like cross-platform is like MK, which is experimental, whatever.
Yeah.
Then Street Fighter with PC and PS4, and then you have Brawlhalla, which is cross-play on everything.
Okay,
Oh.
Brawlhalla's a crazy one.
Yeah,
I've never
Yeah.
heard of that
it's,
one.
Yeah.
it's built a lot like Smash in the sense you got to knock them off or whatever.
Yeah.
But you get way more movement as far as like you get like 3 jumps for every character, and then they have a lot of different crossovers. They just did a GI Joe crossover. They had a Kung Pao.
What?
Nice.
No, not Kung Panda. Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Kung Fu.
Why did I knew what you meant
I know- I
immediately
knew it
though.
too.
Yeah.
I knew
I
what
knew
he meant
exactly
too,
what you
like-
meant when you said it, but
Kung
you're right.
Pao is
Kung
a
Pao's
good
though.
movie, though.
That's
Kung
a great
Pao is
movie.
good.
Kung
That's a
Pao's
good movie,
phenomenal.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know they didn't make a video game out of that. That shit
Walking
funny.
Dead. They have WWE superstars, and they have a Street Fighter crossover. So they do all this, and they're actually paying out $1 million.
Is there like an underground company that brings all the, obviously, you can't, because of licensing purposes, you can't put like maybe a Mario Brothers with another character or whatever, but is there underground companies that have these games with like different characters that would not interact
They do
otherwise?
that in Smash.
That's what Smash
Yeah.
is overall as a game, but like you're not gonna take Nintendo and switch it over to Mortal Kombat.
ain't
But
seen
Smash
And not one game other than Mario games and Nintendo stuff. Like Nintendo doesn't loan out
for anything.
Oh, wait,
Nintendo's
wait.
only
They
Nintendo.
loaned out Link to Namco
Oh,
for Soul Calibur.
Did they?
Bandai Namco, yeah.
Okay.
For Soul Calibur 2.
Okay.
damn, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
game.
but Nintendo sticks in that little circle now. Mortal Kombat has done some stuff because there was Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. You ever
Yeah.
play that
I
one?
love that game.
Yeah.
I
Because
love that game.
they're a part of Warner Brothers.
They're
Warner
Warner
Brothers.
Brothers. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
Warner Brothers.
Like
They
in
can do that.
Injustice 1, they had Scorpion. They put him in
Yeah,
the
they're
game.
Warner.
Yeah.
That's all
And
Warner
Injustice
Brothers.
2,
Oh, Injustice is another
and,
great one. Yeah.
Sub-Zero and Raiden. Also, I
No,
did.
the Ninja Turtles were in those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TMNT's in there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Was there anyone else? But I did the strategy guide for the first Injustice game, and I also did testing on that game too.
Time out. What do you mean you did the strategy
like,
guide?
You bought the book. My name's in the book as a co-author.
What?
So like you wrote down this.
Yeah, like I did Batman, Catwoman. Did I do Lex? Yeah, I think Lex Luthor, Bane.
Damn.
Yeah.
Deathstroke, Doomsday is another character I can't think who it is, but it was 8 characters.
You didn't do Aquaman?
No, I didn't do
This is my
Nobody
boy.
likes Aquaman, dude.
Shout out to
I can
Aquaman.
still show you how to play. He's good in both in the games.
Who?
They do a good job. Aquaman.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite characters.
Like
yeah.
around that time is when I got into what the version with Thomas Wayne was Batman, and then Reverse Flash was like doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
The costume
Flashpoint
that he wore, the Aquaman wore in that. I forget what it was
with the
called.
chest plate. You talking about, right? He had a chest plate in that one.
Are you talking about the Flashpoint paradox?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Where-
the Flashpoint
Okay,
paradox.
yeah.
Yeah,
I can't
his
remember
mom was the
yeah.
Joker
I just
and
remember the
or
pants
Bruce
being
Wayne's.
like
Yeah.
some kind of finny looking pants, and they were dark.
I don't remember. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
and I've seen that movie. Like I know I've seen that
the movie,
movie,
I read the
but
comics,
but
I
I,
don't
every
remember.
time I think of that movie, my heart or my brain always goes to my heart goes out because Bruce Wayne died, and it was So I always think of, oh my God, his mom is the Joker in that one. Yeah. So
was
that's
so
where my
crazy.
brain always goes with that. So yeah.
That was like tragic to see. Like his mom became the
Yeah,
That is crazy.
And then his dad became Batman, so
Hey, look.
like they were at dude, it was so that's where
Have
my
you seen
brain
the new
goes there.
movie yet? The Batman movie.
All right, here's what.
Here we
Yes,
go. Here
yes,
we go. Let's
yes.
go.
All right, go ahead.
So
Nerd talk. I love it.
I know.
I was watching the movie and
He
I
walked
fell
out.
asleep twice.
I told you. I fell. I
When did you fall asleep?
legit, man.
Well, I know you were sleeping, so you don't know. But
know.
like,
I know, he
when
looked-
did you fall asleep?
Exactly,
Yeah.
I swear to
can
God,
tell
I
you
did
when
the
I woke
same.
up.
When? Huh?
When?
I can tell you when I woke up, but
Oh my God.
But when did you? What did you watch before you fell asleep?
For real.
How far?
I think
I know I'm not the only one, dude.
I think it was the detective scene where he
They
had
overdid it. They
he had
overdid the
Selena
detective.
walking around, looking at everybody, and he was like being her eyes.
Oh, yep. I got you.
I think
That's when she was in the lower level club.
Yeah, I think the concept.
Spoilers, by the way. Spoilers.
yeah.
Yeah. Just letting you guys know.
I
Stop
need
watching.
to go back and rewatch the movie because there are obviously parts I missed, like Batman.
Oh my God, this dude was asleep.
Yeah.
Dude, like I was like, all right, I'm ready to watch it. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, dang, I fell asleep and woke up.
Oh, damn, dude.
Where were you at when you woke up?
The credits.
I fell asleep twice.
Damn.
I didn't wake up at the credits too, but
Oh
the
my
part
God,
where I woke up
dude.
and it was still on was they were like in the church or something, right?
Okay, yeah.
And when he was actually finally like kind of being Bruce Wayne,
Yes.
and
Bruce
pushed the
Wayne-y.
person- yeah,
I like
push,
that.
push people out the way, and he came back as Batman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
guy had to like he had to basically like do some password.
Yeah.
That's when the Riddler had the
Yeah.
choker on the
But
or the bomb
Riddler
around the guy's neck.
has no swag.
Who?
I told you.
Who? What?
The Riddler.
Riddler.
I
He has
told
no
you.
swag.
I love the Riddler in that. I
Yeah,
love
he-
the
he
Riddler
basically
because
wore a
they
straitjacket
made
thing.
him a
That's
psychopath.
the
They made him
only-
like a realistic. Get online,
swag?
Yo.
talk to. No, he ain't had swag.
No,
I
he
ain't-
was
I-
boring.
I-
He was boring. He was
No,
your generic
the,
villain,
the,
dude.
the Riddler in the
Yeah,
comics
very
was like would wear the
Very
green
generic.
suit and was like
He was a
flashy. You said what?
He was a streamer. He was like,
Yeah.
shout out to my 500 followers.
Yeah, yeah.
An
That's
influencer.
it. He was an
Like, I get
influencer.
what he was doing his whole
Yeah.
jigsaw thing. It was like
I felt the same way.
yeah,
Like, legit. I'm like,
I'm watching a Saw scene.
legit.
It makes sense. I can
Also,
see
Robert
that.
Pattinson, I think, did a great job
I
as Batman.
I told you.
I
Yes.
think he
yes.
did too.
But as Bruce Wayne, first off, they need to do something with his hair. You can't have this. Why is this man walking around with his hair like that?
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at that comment
can't
at all.
get to him being
yeah,
Bruce Wayne.
I
Yeah,
could.
the hair threw me
No.
off, too.
Yeah.
The hair
Every
threw me
scene,
off.
They're like, it's Bruce Wayne. And guess what this man does?
Yeah.
It's true.
Bruce Wayne is a very charismatic,
Yeah,
rich,
this is
takes
when he,
care of
you know, he wants
himself
to be
kind of
seen, got
guy.
the girls,
Yeah,
like-
flashy. So that I agree with.
That part
I
was
agree with
kinda
that
weird
100%.
when he was all sad
Yeah.
and shit.
Like, they could have
dude.
gave him his same haircut
Yeah.
he had Twilight, and it would have been better.
Yeah.
or slick it back or fix it.
Something.
Yeah.
Look,
You're
I'm
a
not.
billionaire.
I'm not.
My
Your
standard-
critiques are valid.
Yeah.
Like,
My standard of Batman, it comes from, well, I grew up watching Adam West
okay.
too, and also like the animated series.
Right,
Okay.
right. The 90s,
Kevin
right?
Conroy to me is defending
Kevin
Batman.
Conroy. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
I know he might not look like It's hard to look like Batman. I'm sorry. Dude.
Yeah.
Like Diesel and
Yeah.
stuff. At least Ben Affleck, I think, looks like Batman.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck did look like Batman.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to
Yeah.
lie.
I like Ben
Like,
Affleck
he was
as Batman.
He was basically the animated series Batman in the flesh to me.
Did
Yes.
Ben Affleck
Yeah.
look like Bruce Wayne, though?
They need to do something with his hair. They
It always goes back to the hair, man.
I think, yeah, for real.
Yep.
Like, I think Michael Keaton was
Okay.
really great as Bruce Wayne, and I think he was a great Batman too.
What's the dude from The Dark Knight? What's his name?
Christian Bale.
I thought Christian Bale was the cool Bruce Wayne with the girl.
I to me,
I like
Christian
that.
Bale has swag. Like
I
every
like
movie,
yes.
that man has swag. The
He
Prestige,
was sweet.
Yeah,
all those,
every movie outside, even outside of Batman.
So
yeah.
he's great. But like the voice
As
had to go
Batman, I
sometimes.
didn't like.
You didn't like the
Christian Bale.
voice?
He had to speak through his assignment.
Yeah.
He could
Where's
just, like,
Rachel?
turn his tone down a little bit. Like
Yeah.
I would have. And thing is, like, also it's great because it's always funny to reference. And just, like, why are you trying to?
Yeah.
Like, that's always funny. But Kevin Conroy, to me, is the definitive voice for Batman. As being Bruce Wayne, when he's like Playboy Bruce Wayne.
The tone,
and also
everything.
when he's like emo Bruce Wayne.
Yes,
and
yes,
he's like
yes.
distraught Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
And also when he's Batman. He's definitive voice for all of it.
Yes, I agree with that.
I did all that though, but I did like the new movie. My honest opinion, I thought it was
Out
really
of 10,
good.
what do you give it out of 10?
Right now it has a 0 because
Because
He fell asleep. I don't blame him at all.
what does your teacher
Twice.
give you when you turn in an incomplete assignment?
Oh,
A 0, right?
Yeah.
So I incompletely watched the movie.
I ain't mad
I
at
need
it.
to go
so
back
you're
and-
there right now.
Yeah,
You're at a 0.
I'm not mad
right
at it.
now, I think the movie sucks.
You
because I
wasted
fell
3
asleep.
hours of your
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Did you sleep good at least?
I know. I mean,
Woke up with a
Yeah,
kink in his
you know
neck.
what? I was drinking my chocolate milk and I
You had
felt-
chocolate milk?
Yeah.
that's a good way to go to
Oh,
sleep.
that's a
way
good.
to go to
Yeah, I was
sleep.
gonna say that's good. That's what put
Yeah.
you to sleep.
Yeah, so like I was
Oh my God,
I
dude!
was
This
ready.
dude's
I just ate, drank my chocolate milk, and I just fell asleep. And I woke up, and I'm like, okay.
You know that happened to me when I went to go see a Star Wars. I think it was like the Phantom Menace or the second part of those.
Yeah.
Man, I
Yeah.
slept through that whole. I was at the theater like.
I
That's a
believe-
horrible
that,
feeling.
That was a
was-
great movie, but here I understand why you fell asleep.
Dude, that
it's
movie
the
is too
music.
much.
Yeah.
the,
The music.
The ambience of the movie, like the movie is just so. It's
Like there was a lot of talking and talking. Like
Yeah.
I want to see
the blue shot
action.
comes
Yeah.
up, you see the blue shots
Yeah.
all colorful, and then you see all these flowers and stuff. You're like, dang.
What is that, dude? That's a good way to go to sleep. You having sleep
dying
problems?
laughing.
Watch these
Even
movies.
Wheel of Fate song is very like calming and relaxing.
I
Yeah.
know.
They're
my God.
fighting to the death, and you're
Yeah.
just like, man, this is really good.
This is good.
Did you guys see the Obi-Wan trailer?
I saw that.
No, I haven't seen it.
I've seen
I
that.
haven't seen the
I've
trailer
seen the
yet.
trailer, dude.
I haven't seen the trailer
Luke's
yet.
in the trailer as a kid.
Okay.
As a kid,
but all he's doing is hitting the whip.
So
He's like-
I saw that.
Yeah.
that. So I saw. I didn't see. Did they show Darth Vader or did I miss it?
You hear him breathing at the end.
There, he's always breathing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't show it. And it's played by the dude from the Phantom Menace, not the Phantom Menace, but the whatever.
The Anakin.
What's his name? Yeah, the Anakin. What's his name?
Hayden Christensen.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
played by him.
Okay.
That Darth Vader is played by him because he is
Yeah.
the Darth Vader.
Gotcha.
So I'm kind of excited. The whole Boba Fett. I didn't like that. I didn't like Boba
Injected
Fett.
nostalgia into my veins because that's all I got.
Yeah.
Because Ewan McGregor still looks like
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
he does.
yes.
He does.
Yes,
Free.
yes.
So
Yeah. He's a good fit. It's perfect.
yeah,
We'll see. We'll see when it comes out though. It looked good. I like when they brought Luke back at the end of
that was spoiled for me, man.
what?
As like for real, like somebody.
You didn't like
online-
that. You didn't like that.
No, I wanted to see it.
Yo,
I was
but
excited.
somebody
Oh,
spoiled
someone-
it for you
Spoiled
before.
that part for me.
Did you still watch it though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
frame one, as soon as the episode went up,
Yeah.
I was like streaming and I came off the stream and it just went up at like 3 in the morning.
Dude, I
Yeah.
did that shit.
And
I
they-
did that shit, bro.
they
Somebody was
spoiled that
pissed.
shit 20 minutes after it went live. And then deleted the tweet, but I saw it.
It was
And
too
I'm
late.
like,
Yeah.
I actually was into like Mandalorian
Yeah.
stuff.
I like the
and-
Mandalorian.
Yeah.
But I didn't like Boba Fett. I didn't like that.
The
Yeah, I don't
Mandalorian.
watch
I didn't
Boba
like
Fett.
that.
I used to.
It was
like,
so boring.
originally-
Did you finish it?
Yes, it's boring.
I heard
So,
it
like,
finishes
didn't
good,
watch
but I didn't finish
Only
it.
like 1 or 2 episodes were good. It's like, oh my God, he's
Yeah.
walking again.
Yeah.
He's just walking, and
I don't know
and
how
like,
they're
what's
gonna write what
happening?
Boba Fett's doing. They should just copy paste George Lucas's books and just do that. Like I don't know why they're not doing like the Old Republic stuff.
You know what they
where
should have done?
Oh.
Jedi's and Sith all
Right,
out
right,
just-
right. They should have made the Mandalorian Boba Fett. Like he should have been.
No.
I like.
No, the storylines wouldn't have fit the same way. Dude,
I'm
they had a
saying
great
that-
story
I'm
for the.
saying they should have merged the character like
It's
this
because
is.
he's the main character. I understand.
Yeah,
that.
like
No.
now you have 2 guys.
Yeah.
With a helmet, walking around like now. What's gonna happen? They're
Yeah.
gonna fight. They're gonna. Somebody's got. I don't know.
I haven't.
You can't tell me that the Mandalorian is better than Boba Fett, like combat wise.
Combat wise, it should not be that way. It should not. But if you watch the show,
oh my God, dude.
you'll be very underwhelmed with
because-
where Boba Fett's at, and
Like they're
so
kinda, like messing up their own lore with that. I think.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because
I haven't watched the whole
He's
series
supposed to be
through,
the
so I
dopest
can't.
bounty
Right.
hunter
Yeah.
in the galaxy. Dude, you're getting whooped all over
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
place.
and he was like basically a side character. I mean, he doesn't need to be a main character, but he needs to show up and be like that tuxedo mask in Sailor Moon, where you just
Right. Now, I've seen it. I'm
Okay,
hit.
yeah, but like you come up, you do something. Well, actually, he would show up and do nothing and then disappear. I
But
forgot.
it's sweet.
Still,
but
he would
you-
show up and sweet because he's like, oh, they throws his rolls down and he does his mask stuff and whatever.
Yeah.
Like he's saving the day, but he's not.
So Batman is at a 0, or the Batman is at a 0.
It's incomplete.
It's incomplete.
It's incomplete.
It's
Yeah,
incomplete.
yeah.
I can't.
What do you
I
give
can't
it? What do you give the Batman?
I'll give it a solid.
I did call it mid though.
8.5 out of 10. I'd say.
Wow.
Yeah.
8.5. You really like this movie.
Yeah, I thought it. No, I did. Yes,
You really like
but
this
I think
movie.
there was a lot of pause that could have been better. There was a lot of stuff in there. They could have had more action. The music was another thing that we were talking about
Music.
that just set the mood and a tone.
Dude.
But the action I thought was phenomenal.
They had that shit
Oh,
it
on
did
loop.
have good huh?
Did you like the music?
I did not.
I didn't like the
It's
music
not.
either.
It's
I
not.
heard complaints about the music.
It's
too.
not that I liked it or didn't like it. It was just like it was the
What's
mood.
happening?
Yeah,
What's
I don't know.
happening here?
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
this?
Yeah, it's not memorable to me like the music. All it did was like kind of lower my.
Since I didn't see a lot
Yeah.
of the scenes.
Oh my
did he
God,
use
this
a
dude
grappling-
legit slept through the whole
Yeah,
thing.
did he use a grappling hook at all?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yes, he
all
did.
right,
Yeah.
all right.
Yes, he did.
He used it a couple times. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
The music didn't make sense. There's a part where, and I don't want to spoil it, but there's a part where him and Catwoman are going through the cemetery or whatever. It's a sad part. It's supposed to be a sad part, and the music is very campy. Like,
yeah.
it makes no sense.
Yeah. You know what? I do
Like,
remember
what
that
is
scene.
this? You know, I don't want to spoil it, but
I
it's-
remember that scene
Like,
and
what's
it stood out
happening?
to
Like,
me in
why? I'm
particular.
supposed to be sad because
Yeah.
this is whatever.
did you-
You can't spoil it for me because they've killed Batman's parents in every movie.
Yeah.
Or like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
You already know what's going on.
Even in the Joker movie, you're like, oh, look. You know,
Yeah.
And it's like, how many times you're going to tell me this story?
You got to make sure you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right,
I get it. They want to be like, all right, this is a brand new Batman person. that's
Earth 2,
playing-
by the way. Earth 2.
I want to see Clayface or something. I just want to see more
Yeah.
new villains. I don't
Yeah.
want to be retold, oh, this is why Batman is who he is. We're going to show you who he is in the beginning. No,
Yeah.
I don't want
Yeah.
that. Just, where's Christian Bale?
Well-
like, go get, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Go get
Well, so the
Christian
movie
Bale.
starts, as Bruce Wayne or Batman, whoever the fuck, narrating.
Yeah.
It's such as Halloween. Da 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 da. Oh, cool. You
Yeah.
know, this is dope. But you feel like the whole movie's gonna be like that, which I wouldn't have mind.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm watching that type of movie, and all of a sudden it just stops. There's no more. What happened?
No more narration.
Like,
No-
what,
no
what
more
happened? That
narration.
was that
Yeah,
was
it went
all-
away.
Camera now.
No.
right. Like, you know, it just like it threw me off.
Did
like,
you see when he jumped off the building and used the like his
you
version
really
of the
like that? You
wingsuit?
really like that.
Yeah.
Did you see that scene or no?
His version of what?
Like his wingsuit,
You know how.
like so that he
Damn,
could
dude, you slept
so,
through the
so,
whole
so that he could
thing.
glide. Yeah,
Good.
like his glider. I don't know what you
didn't
want to
see
call
it.
it. You didn't see
I
that?
didn't see it.
Well, then I don't want to ruin that little part for you. But
It's not, dude, I've played enough Batman games where
Yeah.
I've seen that animation
yeah.
so many times.
And so you play Arkham City?
Yeah.
Did the beginning fight scene not remind you of that game? Like,
You
because
were-
the
you were
beginning
up by
fight
then.
scene,
You were-
awake at the
you were
beginning
awake.
of the movie, right? When they're in the subway train, he's like,
Sat down.
"What? I don't remember this."
Yeah, I think
when he was
that-
fighting the group of people and they surrounded him,
Yeah.
and he was doing his combos, getting hit. That reminded me so
Yeah,
much
like
of the game,
like the dodging
yeah,
and all that stuff.
yeah,
I'm glad that they put that in because honestly, they need to sell more Arkham City or Arkham.
Right, whatever. Arkham,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, Arkham
Yeah, yeah.
There was
Series
Arkham
game.
Asylum,
Yeah,
Arkham
whatever,
City,
yeah, yeah.
Arkham
There's
something else.
Yeah.
There's 3 of them,
yeah,
Arkham
there's
games.
3
Yeah,
of them. Yeah, but those games are really good. They
yeah, I love
are
those
good.
games.
They
Yeah,
are good. Story wise, everything. I
They
love
need to
those
keep-
games.
kind of trying to segue into people getting those games.
Is
when
that what, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
who was it? Spider-Man. Spider-Man's a great game,
The
by the way.
Spider-Man
But
game was
Spider-Man,
cool.
I followed that formula and built off of it,
Yeah.
which made Spider-Man a great game. But
Yeah.
like, I think Batman was the one that bring that in and like make that concept great, especially when they went because
Yeah, 'cause they
Arkham
used to make
Asylum
Batman
was like.
games back in it. Wait, actually, Spider-Man games and actually all these games have been kind of been in production.
A long time.
Yeah,
But they used to be
Like,
horrible.
yeah.
Right.
They used to be. I don't know if you
you're
played
right.
like the
I
old
don't
ones
know,
were
man.
Very
horrible.
Carnage was fun.
Okay. All right, I can't say anything there because I'm not.
If
Yeah.
the Batman Returns game on SNES, you know.
I played that
That
one.
game
That
was
was,
fun.
that was cool. That was
it
a
was
cool game.
fun, but if you go, but it was fun at that time.
At that time.
There are certain games that had
don't
their
age well.
moment.
Like
yeah,
Batman Forever does not age.
yeah.
well.
Oh. No. Okay, but they were fun at the time.
Yeah, it was. They were fun.
But now you look back at them and you can't. It's just not the
Especially
same
with
feeling.
how like they've advanced the technology behind the Arkham games, like just
Yeah.
everything, just the cape physics and
They did. But I thought they did a phenomenal job.
right.
Yeah, it's great. It's everything Batman. The story is great.
So I'm glad they put that in the movie. That scene really took me back to the game, and I was like, oh, this is
right.
nice.
You're
yeah.
right. That was a good.
It was a good scene to have in
Batman's
there. But
got to have good combat, no matter what.
yes. And that's one thing we were having a conversation about. He was upset that Batman did not have more martial arts in it.
Yeah, man.
He
He's
needs-
just doing this, you know.
Yeah.
It's like this
Yeah,
dude's a ninja.
yeah.
He's a ninja.
Yeah,
I
exactly,
didn't see no ninja moves. I didn't
Yeah.
see nothing that I was like, damn. You seen the movie The Raid, right? You ever seen that movie The Raid?
I have heard about it. and
Man,
I've
you got to
seen
watch that
clips.
movie. That movie's so like
Is that Michael Jai White in it?
no.
Okay.
It's just like
No.
Indonesia
Wait,
or
no,
something.
that's Joe Taslim's in that movie.
I don't know their names.
Guy,
man.
Yeah.
he was in,
I can't tell you
he's
names
the
either.
Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat.
Yes, him.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
in
That movie is dope.
Yep.
Like the fight scenes are dope. Everything,
Yeah.
you know. It's like I want to see Batman do that. Kind of like Affleck in the warehouse fight, like how he's doing that type of action.
Yeah.
He's just
So again, I go back
What?
to, and I
Wait,
agree
hold on,
with
this is
you.
what
I
they'll
want to see
say.
more
They'll
of it as
say,
well.
No, man, this is the beginning of Batman.
That's what I was gonna
And
say.
that's what
I was
he
gonna
said.
say. I was just about to say that though.
Yet.
Yeah.
So-
Like, what? He was supposed to train before
yes.
that?
With the League of
So-
Shadows,
Yes.
that's my one conundrum. Is
Yeah,
like,
but-
so
yeah.
he's learning to be Batman. So like, I'm like, okay, but
Yeah, I'm not-
did this
So
guy
you're
train with the
telling
League
me
of Shadows?
This dude is
I'm not
31
going-
years old and he still doesn't know how to fight like a
Like,
ninja.
come
When did he
on.
learn? He was 38.
He was
now I
yeah.
know
He's
the
like
ways.
the machines and Dave and Buster's.
Dude, he was doing that. Like legit. He was like, yeah. And I was like, what?
Oh man,
I didn't
Yeah.
like that. I didn't
No.
like that. Not
They
one sweet
played
kick,
up.
not one. It was like, what?
They played up his detective skills more in that movie than they did his
That's why
fighting
he fell
skills.
asleep.
Yeah, that's why he fell asleep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what it was.
You
Yep.
can do that. That was cool. I liked
Yeah,
it. But it's
you
like,
could have still been a ninja. You still could have done your thing. I get it.
like,
I ain't mad
dude,
at it.
Like the whole movie's like, yes, let's go look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go look at
Or
that.
or it's
Let's
like
go look at
long
that.
shot with nothing talking or nothing happening. just
Yeah.
music. And he's looking around
It
the
is
city.
true, though.
You're watching Selena or the girl that looks like Selena get out
This
the
is
car.
true,
and
though.
he goes to her. Oh, it's not her.
Yeah.
And then he's like brooding.
How big is Gotham City? Because this dude is everywhere. He's running all over the
Yeah,
place. Like
yeah.
there's something happening over there. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Like how big is Gotham City?
I think it's the size of Chicago.
Because
Yeah.
think about being a crime fighter in Toledo. Like you can't run to the east side if you're over here. Like I hear something's happening. Or I gotta
Yeah,
go.
you
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
Like
there's
how does
none of
Batman
that.
do it?
Yeah.
Buildings to
Yeah.
grapple
We don't have
on
the-
and everything. Like, you better be able to jump.
That
on
boy
this.
running. He's running downhill.
Like all your stuff is just downtown. That's it.
He's gotta stay downtown. Holy shit! Hey, don't come to the east, man. We good.
It's like, you can drink outside though.
Man,
Is that a Dora cup? Just get out of here, guys.
Yeah, you know what? The movie was cool. I gave it a 7.5.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no.
All right. Cool.
It is what
Yeah.
it is.
Score.
It
I'll
is.
let y'all
It
know
is.
after I watch it again.
Who-
Yeah,
dude, we went off on a tangent.
Man,
I
but
forget.
you know, this
I
is
forget
cool.
what. Yeah.
This
yeah,
is cool.
Yeah. I forget what we did before the Batman
But moving
thing.
forward, I wanted to ask you this. Back to the video game situation.
Okay.
There was a situation in Jacksonville where there was a shooting.
Oh, yeah, I heard
believe.
about that, yeah.
How big of a video game thing or whatever event was that? Is that a major event?
I don't know the scale of the event for Madden because it was in the.
Oh,
Madden
okay.
community. I do know it was like significant for them for sure because they all still talk about it.
Yeah.
And, you know, condolences to people that happened to.
For sure, yes.
But that sent a rift in like all events. Like they beefed up security everywhere. They'll have people show up and you have to bring your bag out, show your bag, get metal detectors and stuff because people get salty from losing and all that stuff online. Yeah, there's money online. You look.
I don't know the backstory of that. Was this a
I-
situation where
this
someone was
just
upset?
Some dude who was. Now I'm not saying getting bullied, but he was
Wow.
talking trash or whatever online or something, and you know some people everybody can't take that. They're like, I could show up and just do something. So that's basically what happened.
I did not know the
It was
backstory to
premeditated.
that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know the full backstory.
Yeah.
or anything, but
Allegedly,
it was premeditated for sure.
Okay.
It wasn't like, oh, I just got a gun in my car.
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
Right.
He's like, yeah, I'm gonna show up and so like he did that while they were in a match.
So this was a Madden event.
yeah.
Okay. So this wasn't an
Yeah, this
all
is not
out,
happening.
all out.
Yeah, this
everybody's in it.
in every like community and stuff. I'm not saying that happens frequently in the Atlanta community either.
Okay,
it's just that,
yeah,
like
yeah,
this
yeah.
is like a incident that happened.
Okay,
It
yeah.
hasn't been too many times where someone showed up with the. Hopefully, it don't happen again.
Yeah.
I
Right,
don't
of
wanna
course.
see it.
Yeah, of course.
But like, people pay hella money to show to an event. Like, you got to pay for travel.
Right.
Hotel,
Lodging,
ride
all that,
share,
yeah.
entry fee, the venue fee,
fucking
the
car
food.
rental.
And then, of course, there's losses for that. Like, say you have a job and you got to take days off work and you got to put in that, the paid time off or whatever. It's a lot you got to block out. Let's go to a tournament. And then, like, you could be playing for anywhere between $100 to several thousand or like 10,000, depending on the event, the scale of the event. And people get emotional, especially like you start talking trash. So, just like with anything, you can't really. It's hard to control bad people as much as you can just put down regulations and have safety precautions, security there, just in case something happens, so you can thwart the situation.
Yeah,
but it sucks that it happened, and I don't want to see anything like that happen again. But also, it makes it to where like online events are a lot more attractive in that sense, because you don't have to worry about all the costs and all that.
Yeah.
But the biggest issue you'll have is like players lying about who they are online. You got to do identity tests in some way, and that's hard to regulate.
Yeah.
And then also, just the difference in the timing of playing online and offline is different. Like online, you got to worry about latency if the connection hicks up or whatever.
Yep.
Several times where I have issues where it messes with my performance online, and there have been times where
is that from
happens.
your ISP or is that from
ISP or sometimes
ISP?
Man,
I just want to make sure because internet service provider. I want you to be caught up in the whole conversation.
Internet.
Hey, questions asked.
Good
bro.
internet.
Yeah.
You have to have good internet.
Yeah.
Good speeds.
Expensive internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Depends on where you are, because you can go some places and get 1,000 download, 1,000 upload for like $50.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Wait, in the United States?
Yeah, I believe so. It's something.
Because I know outside of the United States, their prices are way better than the prices inside the United States. I don't even understand why.
Yeah.
Like other countries kind of like look at us like, why are you paying so much for so little?
Yeah.
And it makes no sense
and
because
then they keep pushing Wi-Fi here for no reason when Wi-Fi is not that good. You shouldn't be gaming on Wi-Fi.
Okay, gaming. I was gonna say first of all, I love Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Wi-Fi.
If you could
For-
use a
for
mesh
gaming
network,
purposes.
I highly
Wi-Fi's
recommend a
good on
mesh
your
network.
phone and
But
all
for
that stuff.
gaming,
For gaming
absolutely
purposes.
not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Especially if you're serious about it at all.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Like,
should be
all the stuff I
hardwired
was
in at
talking
all
about with
times.
The taking your turn and frame rates and minus plus frames, all that matters online, because a move that can be minus will feel like it's plus online, because when you can press the button and when it allows you to press the button, because it's really you and your opponent are sending yourself signals like, all right, I'm doing this. Now you got to do this. But then the signal might not go through all the way. Yeah.
Over the Wi-Fi, anything can come and disrupt that signal
You're
that's
connected to
going.
air.
Yeah.
People don't realize.
Same with the wired controller. It's better to use a wired controller or a wired whatever you're
everything
using,
I do is wired.
As opposed to a wireless.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Wow.
All those milliseconds matter. With wireless transmissions, they can get
there's
scrambled.
a delay. There's a delay with wireless.
Yeah.
There's a slight delay that's not noticeable when there's optimal conditions.
It's like the Chinese dub and the English dub and shit.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that.
You'll notice it, though. You'll notice it. And if you're doing any
know.
kind of competitive stuff,
That's how all the Oakland food.
Yeah, that's
why
me,
I
man.
love Kung Pao, dude. That movie.
Yeah. Chosen one.
Man, that's my stuff. Moving forward, man, I would love to see a gaming event in Toledo. Like, I would love to see that.
Yeah, they were happening regularly.
Is there anything happening this summer, man? Because for
No,
real.
there's not like any like big like major events like that, but there are definitely events that happen on I think weekly. They might on a weekly basis. I haven't been keeping up because I haven't been going personally.
Yeah.
I've been staying online and playing online.
Yeah.
Because this year I'm just going to go to Evolution. I'm not going to anything else.
Okay.
And,
When's that?
August.
Okay.
Dope.
So
And
I'm
where's
gonna
that
go
at?
to
Vegas? Is it
Yeah,
That's the one in
Oh,
Vegas.
hell
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm only going to go to that event unless they're like, oh my God, guys, here's an event for 100K or whatever.
Yeah.
And
then you can go. Yeah, you
exactly.
better move. Yeah.
But for Evo, I'll just go there.
How much does Evo pay out?
It depends on the year, because companies might back with like a prize payout, but then for the most part they use the entry fee. So they take $10 entry fee and they just add that up and tally it up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
But they would take that and add that with the with whatever sponsors might give something up. So some years might be like 50K for first. Other
Wow.
years I've seen like 10K.
Man, they banking.
Yeah, but then it can also be just as low as like, $200. It
Hey, man,
depends
shit,
Yeah.
$200.
on what's
shit.
there. But
That's a
most of
big
the
difference.
major
50K
events,
or
though,
200.
Yeah, most of the major
Whatever, pick your
events,
poison.
It's not like it's always pretty decent.
Yeah.
The major like the game lineups, because they'll have like community side tournaments, and they might have a company that will give them money for their event too, just because it's Evo.
At Evo, are there different? Is it just fighting games? By the way, let me
Yeah,
clarify
just
that.
games.
Just fighting
There are
games.
people that will show up and might show off like there was one year where Mario Kart was actually a main game.
Okay.
Yeah, and they paid out, and it was because Toyota Yaris had sponsored the event that year. That was
Okay.
actually the first year that I went, and they had like the Yaris car inside the event, the convention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it was just a hotel ballroom at that point. Now it's convention.
This was
center.
2006. You're talking about, right?
2006,
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I got a good one for him, though. I was thinking about this one. Are you in a relationship?
No.
Okay, because, you always see.
Where'd it
you
go?
always
What
see-
happened here?
Listen to this. You always see those videos of girls complaining about boyfriends playing video games. They don't do nothing. They don't. So I was wondering, how does being a gamer, if you're in a relationship, how does that affect it? You know what I'm saying? I
Okay.
always wondered
That's
about
actually
that.
a great question.
Yeah,
I
man.
can give you two instances. So one, I was supposed to go on this show called World Cyber Games Ultimate Gamer.
Okay.
I was literally a shoe-in. Like, all I do is walk and get
Damn.
in to
Yeah.
the door, and they'd be like, yeah, you're in the show. My girlfriend at the time
Oh shit!
was like, well, so back then, this was all the reality shows were popping. And
Oh,
the reality
shit,
shows
oh,
were
shit.
like, you can't talk or have contact with anyone
Yeah.
outside the show until the show's over and tape.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. So if I would have went, I would have been gone for a month. I couldn't talk to my girlfriend or nothing.
Yeah.
I only could talk to family if it was an emergency.
Yeah.
She didn't like that. She was like, oh, well, if you did that, I don't know what I would do. So what do you mean? You was like sleep around or whatever?
Yeah, that's a rough one.
Yeah. So me being like a simp at that point, I didn't go.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love that you recognize where your mindset was at
yeah,
now,
man.
then, and you can tell where your mindset's at now.
What are your thoughts now, looking back at that decision? How do you feel
I
about
would
it?
have made me go.
Oh, yeah.
I would forget her.
The way he worded that let me know that right away.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You should have went.
Yeah, I
But
shoulda went.
whatever.
Yeah.
It happened
Yeah.
the way it did.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And then another time where it was just like,
Damn.
That hurts, though.
Damn,
That was a
I
great
felt
opportunity. I
that.
know.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm like, are you
the
serious?
I'm not going to dwell on it. I don't want to.
The
Girl,
winner
don't
won
you want me to
100K.
succeed?
Huh?
Yeah,
happened?
winner won 100K.
Bro.
And you could have went.
Yeah. See,
And you
I
probably
don't-
would have won.
I don't think, like, people probably be upset hearing this, but I don't think there's a gamer on the planet better than me at games. So
I like that
Ooh.
attitude, though. I like that
I
attitude.
feel like that I want to be good at this game
Yeah.
and better than whoever, I'm going to do it.
Okay.
But, like, the way the show is set up, you have to be better than them at a whole genre of games.
Oh,
you have
it's
to be
not
good
one
at-
particular
Yeah,
game.
it's not one particular
It's all
game.
across the board.
So, like, every gamer on the show was a specialist at least one of the games on the show.
Okay.
So, like, if you had a lot of experience just knowing what to do, you could do well. So, like, at that point, I would have probably ended up maybe, like, second or third or something.
Okay.
I think, based on, because the show wasn't just playing games. It was like, all right, you play this game, but we also have a version of this game in real life. So,
Oh,
dope,
yeah.
dope.
so
Yeah.
they had like different stuff that they would do, like laser tag.
Dope.
But it
I
was
like
a
that.
specific
Yeah.
kind of laser tag to represent FPS games. Then they would have like something for sports games. So
That's actually awesome.
I
Huh.
may or may not have done well on the show because
Yeah.
like, those parts I would have probably like just fumbled because it was like, this isn't the game.
Yeah.
And this is me having to be athletic or something. But I always have nothing but confidence in myself to overcome it regardless.
Love it.
So I would have loved to just do it in general for the opportunity, but I just didn't. But the next time, this wasn't for a show. This is just like
So this is the second time. That was the first
this
time
is
the
just more
girlfriend.
so like
This is the second time.
the consistency of like practicing and just staying in the mindset and stuff took me out of all of that. Like it was just also a reason like I wrote my book, so if I would ever forget what I know, I could just go back to the book and refresh my memory. Because a lot of what I wrote down was stuff that I knew already, and I had to go back and remember to refresh my mind because I allowed myself, because it's definitely my fault. I mean, I could have walked away any time, but I was being a simp, I guess. I felt
you're talking about the relationship.
Yeah. I guess I was at a point in my life where I felt like I don't think anyone could like me. But so if I got somebody, I would try to hold on.
Right. Hey, we've all been.
I was
there,
gonna say
man.
we all
been
go
there.
our younger selves. If we could all look at our younger selves and what we were doing back then,
Yeah.
trust me, we've all done some stupid stuff and made some dumb
But
decisions.
I'm sure
so.
that experience led you to where you're at in life.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
I would have rather not have went through that.
I don't blame you for
Yeah.
thinking like
Being
that.
accused of doing stuff that you don't do. Like,
Yeah.
I'm at home practicing.
Oh, I can see it. That's
And
why I
that's
asked.
and that's the
That's why I
worst. It's
asked.
like
Yeah.
I'm literally playing video
yeah,
games,
I'm
yo.
sitting
I'm
here
not
playing,
bothering
practicing.
anybody.
I'm streaming. You can
Yeah.
really tune into the
I don't
game.
even use female characters in my video game. What's wrong with you?
And honestly, you say that it's funny. Anybody watching is gonna laugh because they know I don't use female.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I
why
don't.
are you?
I really don't. I don't.
Like, girl, why you so tight? I'm using a guy.
I mean,
I'm
I
dying
do, but, like, for the
laughing.
most part, I'm known for the kung fu characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or brawly
So you never
characters,
used
like
Chung Li or nothing like that.
Actually, I mean,
Yeah.
in like Third Strike in Street Fighter 3. I
Okay.
played her, but that's because how strong she was. It
Yeah.
wasn't like
Well, how did it feel when she was like, "If you go there, we're done"? Dude, how did it feel, man? I'd have been like, man, dude.
here. How did it feel?
Like, I'd have been like,
Like,
man.
I saw like a flood of emotions
started
hit his
smiling here,
brain
like,
that can't be explained.
I was like, I can't believe that she would go and get another dude. So my thought thing was
Oh,
like,
shit,
I gotta
dude.
play into her own insecurities and make her feel secure instead of looking at my future and my opportunity. I didn't have the discernment to look at the situation and be like, she's all for herself.
Yeah.
And
It wasn't logical.
yeah,
It wasn't it was emotional. You felt that you
Yeah.
needed to do that for her,
yeah,
but
I
like
felt like I needed to just. I guess at that time it felt more necessary to keep her in my life.
Did you have homies in your camp telling you, man, she tripping, man, go? Or did anybody tell you anything? Or did you tell anybody like, hey, man,
I
this
can't remember
opportunity?
if I told anybody at the time, or I was because I didn't talk to too many people. Like one of the times, one of the friends that I came into the scene where I met, and I was kind of looking at as a mentor at the time.
Right.
He wouldn't even like reach back out to me or talk to me. Like there was a couple years that
Right.
we didn't talk, and he didn't explain why. And then out of nowhere, just came back out of nowhere and just became like, I know.
Like nothing ever happened. We're cool again.
Yeah, basically.
I'd have been like, man, hold on, man. We ain't talked to
Where
each
have
other
you
in like 2
been?
years. What's
Yeah.
popping, man?
Yeah,
Where
so,
you been
like,
at?
I would normally like ask him because I wouldn't ask anybody like questions for the industry like that. I'm like, dang, what should I do?
Right,
It was my
right,
first time, like,
right.
What, 2008, 2009, I was maybe just turning 21, I think maybe. So I didn't understand. I was just like, well, I got a girlfriend. Like all my life as a kid, I really couldn't get a girlfriend. So I finally,
So you finally got one.
Like it was a stage in my life where I just started getting like a girlfriend.
He was in a row. That boy was hot.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, but I still didn't feel too highly of myself to where I was like, this is pure luck. That's how I felt. I
It
was
just
like,
happened.
I was like,
Hey.
this is luck. Like I like slid in her.
I didn't even do nothing. What happened? I'm happy all of a
I
sudden.
think she might have reacted to something.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, and then she came over but she was a good woman though.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
They're all good.
Yeah.
They're all good.
But in that situation,
Look at
Just
this
gonna
dude.
stay
in that
quiet.
situation, like obviously we're not together, and it's been
Yeah,
at
right,
least
right,
10
right.
years.
Yeah.
You're over it.
Yeah.
You forgive her. You're like,
it's-
you know
I
what?
hope so.
forgive her.
10 years ago.
I starts crying like, fuck, man.
I'm over.
Also, look at it like maybe that was supposed to not go.
There it
Yeah.
is.
You know, like
See, I believe in stuff like that. Yeah,
I'm
it
a big
sounds
believer.
crazy.
Everything happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason. Maybe I was not supposed to go. Maybe
Yeah.
people there I wouldn't have meshed with that well.
Yep.
Maybe something would have happened because like back then I was a hotter head.
Yeah.
People could say something to me and I'll snap.
Yeah.
But not like snap and get violent, but snapping like I will like say whatever. Like I don't
Yeah.
hold back for nothing.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I'm real about that too. But I
Yeah.
don't need to like.
How long did y'all
disrespect
date for? You
A
and
year.
a year. That's pretty
right.
solid.
All right. So hold on.
Let's go. Let's
I'm
go. Let's
holding.
hear it. Let's
I'm
hear
holding.
it.
We broke up because Evolution was on her birthday.
Oh, shit.
And I went to go to Evo.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you take her. Take her for her birthday.
That didn't happen.
Yeah.
Why you think they broke up, dude?
Yeah. And I'm like, dude,
You
I'm
put
not.
your foot down.
Yeah. So like that moment where I gave up on going to that show, I was like, I'm not giving up going to Evo.
Yeah.
That was, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, look, we can either have fun or hang out before I go or whatever. I didn't even think about her coming with me for some reason. I don't know.
Well, yeah.
But I ended up going, and
You come back and it's like, hey, what's up? Like, don't call me no more.
I didn't hear from her for
Ooh,
like
ghost.
Yeah, we didn't talk or nothing. I mean, like we're if I see
Oh,
her,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? If she ever needed help with anything, I'm not like
Yeah.
you know, but
Yeah, it was a different time in your guys, in both of your guys.
Yeah, they were
lives, man.
young. They were young.
yeah, like a lot happened. I
Yeah.
don't blame her for nothing or anything. She was a great woman.
But while you've been accomplishing a lot and winning tournaments, were you in relationships during those times?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
There's a
And the reason I bring it up because when every time a person is trying to do what they want to do, how does being in a relationship affect it in a good or a bad way? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
so
what.
For this, it was like she was so insecure.
Oh, shit.
She would get into my like social media and message girls.
Ah.
Like if a girl tagged me
Wait,
in something
why?
at a tournament.
Oh,
and was like, legends
God.
here, blah, blah, blah. But not like that because like I have girls that are friends that we are not.
No, nothing.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're
And
playing
she
Mario
was like,
Kart. We're good.
She thought I was fucking every girl.
Damn.
That's upsetting. Dealing with that is super
I was
stressful.
like, you think I got hoes like that?
Look at me. I play video games.
I was like, I went most of my life up until adult years being told I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm etc., not talented, all this stuff, right? Getting no play for most of my life. I mean, there might be a girl that might like me.
You know, you get the
I
scattered
don't know how to catch up on the cue of, she likes me.
Yeah.
There's plenty of girls I probably fumbled the bag with because I didn't understand that they actually were liking me.
Yeah.
But to become an adult and then, damn, I got a girlfriend here, or damn, this girl likes me, or whatever. And
it's a big change psychologically.
I'm still thinking that I ain't shit. So,
damn, he keeping it 1,000. I like it. I like it.
And she's like, this girl, that girl. Like there was a girl. I don't want to say there was a girl. My friend, a great friend
What's
of mine.
up, girl?
Yeah, a great friend of mine that she was jealous of because we shared more interests together. But we never did nothing. We were just cool. We're still cool to this day.
Is she pretty? That
Yeah. I mean, she was pretty too. That's the thing. Like, it didn't make any sense, and it was constantly being accused of that nonstop.
Yeah,
that's got to be frustrating, man.
That's super frustrating.
I've argued with this girl and then went and won a tournament, but it was just like,
oh my god, this dude went to a tournament pissed.
I know. I'm gonna win twice.
Yeah, like
take that.
I actually won Mortal Kombat and got second in Injustice at the same tournament.
Dang,
nice.
So it helped.
Did you switch games and you took first and second?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it helped. It was just I was just in such a my habits leading up to that point were able to carry me to where I could like, all right, well, I know how to practice, I know how to do this, but still I was still mentally juggling all of being accused of this, that, the third.
That sucks.
Did you ever think of dating a gamer? Or?
Yeah, totally sure. You totally would date a gamer.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to like me. I mean, it don't happen.
Why you say, oh, fuck?
Think about
it. Now they have to like me, too?
Like, we won what we won, but they got to like us.
Yeah. Like
it's always like that. It's always like that. Yeah.
It's always a catch.
Gaming is a huge part of my life.
Yeah.
Right.
You can look at it like it's work, it's my play, it's a lot of things.
Yeah.
To me, it's my way of life. It's what I do. Like when a fighting game comes out, that's like a holiday for us.
Yeah.
It's like, we get renewed like motivation or anything.
Yeah.
Like, example, when Evolution's lineup was announced yesterday, a lot of people are like, I want to go to Evo and play and practice and stuff. So I'm like, it's like, every marathon runner has that marathon they love.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's how it is to me because Evo, you show up, it might be 1,000 people that show up, 2,000, 500, whatever, right? You have to be the best player on that weekend. The whole day, you got to be better than everybody else. And of course, you have to go through the bracket and stuff at the end. But to do that as an endurance, because you have to, sometimes you might have an 8 a.m. start time, and then you're there till like noon, and then you come back at 4. Then you come back at 8, and then you qualify for top 8.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
The next day, you got to get up and play, and then you got to play all the best players while they're fresh.
Damn, dude.
So it's it's fun to me. I love doing it.
Yeah.
Because it's better than. I'm not saying it's better as in like the actual act is better, but to me mentally, how I've put logic to it is, I don't want to get hit. That shit hurts.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was being like a martial artist or fighter or something.
Yeah.
Even when in the martial arts term, you're just taking a point. You get a hit, boom, point,
Yeah.
right? It still hurts. And like the training and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I love the training aspect of for fighters. Just keep them fit. I feel like it's one of the best that anyone can do.
Yeah.
But I don't want to actually like knowingly I'm going to hurt this person or whatever. But in fighting games, I don't mind psychologically hurting you.
Okay.
If you get mind fucked from some strategy I did, hey, so be it.
Yeah.
You take a nap.
But that's
and
part
come
of the
back.
game.
Yeah,
Psychological is
Hey.
part of the
Yeah.
game.
Hey, if he dies, he
If he dies, he dies. Get out of here.
Hey, let me ask you this, man. Family members, man, do they
Yeah.
look at you, man? Shut up, man. You're a gamer. You play
No,
video games all the time.
all
Shut
my
up. Or do they be
family-
like, man, he doing
Yeah,
big
all
things?
my family is supportive of me.
Phenomenal.
That's dope.
That's awesome.
There's not one family member that's like just writing me off for nothing.
Yeah.
They're, like all of them are proud and
Very
I-
dope.
I can't-
Very dope.
I can't be any more lucky than to have the draw of people in my life that I have.
That's awesome, man.
Because, like, you know, you can be a random sperm anywhere.
Yeah.
I could be like,
I like
in
that.
a used condom somewhere. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? But no, I'm
We're
in the
here.
family, I'm in.
So you ain't got
No.
no cousins cracking jokes or nothing like
No,
that.
no,
That's cool.
no,
That's cool.
Not in
You
my
know,
entire life.
shit.
A lot of my cousins grew up playing with me. Like
Okay.
they would like babysit me and
Yeah,
we would
yeah,
play
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
like that.
That's dope, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
It's
so-
nice to have that support and that love
Yeah,
for what
so
you do.
No one's ever said anything or did anything. Like,
Except for your
just-
ex-girlfriend.
You know how the
Man,
yeah.
it's always
No,
nice.
I'm just kidding.
No, no, but that's 1,000.
No, serious. No, like
Yeah.
they weren't
Man,
against
toxic.
it.
Yeah.
But there's some. I ain't gonna lie.
Uh-oh.
They used to say like nonsense.
Who?
One of my ex-girlfriend. I'm not gonna say.
No, don't say
No, don't
names.
say
No, we
names.
don't want to
No,
do
no.
that. We're
The
not.
one,
That's
the
not the
one.
point. But
No, but
one of
like-
them.
What'd she say? What'd she say? What'd she
saying
say?
stuff like, "Oh
She
no,
muscle.
you're not as good as this player."
Oh, damn, she hit him where it hurts.
After I beat them in tournament.
Oh,
Why
what
would-
did you
why-
do? How to flip the table?
Why,
Like,
why would they? Why would somebody close?
She
to
wanna
you
hurt
say-
him. She
say
wanna
something
hurt him.
Like that.
She
She wanna hurt him.
because she felt that I was cheating on her or something.
Oh.
God, man, I wonder what went through her mind. She should have wrote a
You
book
know,
or something.
it's
Maybe
not-
she was
Very
just
creative.
Doing something.
It's
Oh,
yeah. Their own
not gonna-
insecurities come back sometimes.
We're not
but-
gonna speculate. We don't know.
My whole thing was like I was telling you about the other ex. I was just trying to not really feed into this insecurities,
Yeah.
but show them that this is not the reality that you think it
Man,
is.
Yeah.
And she just
This is virtual reality, man.
So not like I know you said something about thinking about finding another gamer or something like that. It's not even about that, but it's about finding somebody who understands and
Yeah.
respects
Yeah.
what
Boom.
you do.
There it is.
Yeah.
Boom.
They
That's
have
all
to
it
understand,
is.
and that's no matter what you're doing or how you're filling up your time.
Yeah.
If somebody comes into your life, they have to respect that. That's
Right.
who you are as a person.
100%.
Now, when you're younger, that mentality's not the same, and you're like,
It's not.
it's okay.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
stop
not.
doing this for
Because
that.
people are still trying to figure themselves out. They got
Yeah.
their insecurities,
Look,
haven't worked on
I'm
that
gonna
yet.
be 80 years old doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Until
That's
I die.
dope.
Yeah.
Because like I ain't got to worry about with fighting games or even just gaming in general. There's so much like in sports that I don't have to worry about. I don't have to worry about my body breaking down that much. You think like we were talking about Kevin Conroy, right? All of them are voice actors.
Actors.
They're pushing,
Yeah.
you know, the age limit and stuff on what they're doing.
They
but
can
they're
still do
great.
it. They
can
still do
Exactly.
it. Mhm.
Like as long as I have dexterity in my hands and I don't
Yeah.
get any issues and stuff, I'll be fine.
yeah.
I was thinking
And
about
it's also like you gotta of course keep that's why we met
Arthritis
working
and
out.
shit.
You gotta keep
Yeah.
that balance.
You have to.
You're sitting for hours. You gotta go at least work out an hour or something.
I
So
know.
there-
keep
there-
like-
there's so like haven't even gotten into like esports teams and
Yeah.
things like that, but there's esports teams and there's paid players on the roster, but physical activity is part of what they
Yeah.
do. Like it's completely necessary for your mental state to be right. Like
Yeah.
you physically need to be in
Like
shape.
being
It's
at
good.
a tournament, you're there for like 12 hours. Like from 8
No.
a.m. to like 8 p.m.
What?
Yeah.
You're there.
But you
all
like
day.
what you're doing, so it
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
but
so-
still physically
yeah, you
you're
gotta be-
sitting.
yeah.
Holy shit, man.
It's a very
Well,
I won't say
you're
very
mostly
unhealthy,
standing
but
until like.
Oh my
you
God, that's
are
like factory work.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
standing
Oh my
way more
God.
than you're sitting at a tournament. At a tournament, you might sit for your matches, which might be like 5 to 10 minutes.
Yep.
Out of the day, and say you lose,
You gotta
then
be
of
in
course
shape.
You can go do whatever you
Yeah.
want. You're not standing, but if you're winning, you have to like stay alert and all that.
Yeah.
Stuff. You got to manage when you eat, when you don't eat, because some
Oh my God,
some
dude.
players will not eat the whole day.
What?
so they don't feel that itis and just drink water.
Okay.
So their body stays like, and some people they'll drink.
There's a science to this.
Energy drinks.
Yeah.
It's so much to go into. Like, the best times that I've ever had tournament, specifically Evo, the only thing I ate was Burger King grilled chicken sandwiches, and
That's good shit right there.
I might have had Gatorade. Yeah,
That's good
it.
shit right
That's
there,
all I
for
had.
real.
I ate 2 of them a day.
Okay.
That's it.
Extra mayonnaise.
Like, was that a tactical decision or just the way things played out?
That's how it played out because I was staying at the Rio and
Okay.
there was a Burger King there. And I didn't want to.
Tactical and practical.
I like
This
it.
works.
Yeah, I like it.
Like that's how I should probably make a guide for like gamers. Like this is what you should eat like on a budget or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
Damn, gamer's diet. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. I
Because
like that.
Instead of, I know people, they want to eat the sweet stuff and all the other nonsense. With me, I try to keep it, like I said, practical and tactical.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, all right, here's a grilled chicken sandwich. Has some lettuce on it, just a little bit of mayonnaise or whatever. And you can eat that. And also the bun isn't like a regular bun. The bun's like.
From Burger King.
Yeah, at least what I remember.
Is that the long one? Is that the long?
No. It's
No, it's
it's
the
the
other
round
chicken
one.
sandwich.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not the new chicken sandwich. But
Okay.
The grilled chicken sandwich, the old school one. But the
Throwback.
way they had it set up, it's like a nice portion and stuff. And you just have some Gatorade. You just stay awake the whole day.
Yep.
Or just
So-
eat some salad.
Tips and tricks.
Man, I'm
Look,
learning so
tips
much,
and
man.
I have a question about the book you wrote. What was the name of the book?
Game Food Way of the Digital Fist.
Game Foo.
The
Yeah.
way of the what
Lo-
fist? Well, you're a Bruce Lee
I
guy,
love
aren't
it.
you? Yeah, I know you
I
are.
absolutely love it.
I'm
Way
a
of the
Bruce Lee
digital
guy
fist,
too,
yeah.
so I
Because
know
it's
all
the way
about
of
that.
the
Yeah,
intercepting fist.
yep.
Yep.
I'm a Bruce Lee guy
What
too.
made you decide to? Because I know you stated earlier you wrote the book to kind of remind yourself. I'm sure it was a refresher for you too
Yeah,
to kind of
yeah.
go over everything,
Yeah,
so
'cause-
it's beneficial that way.
Yeah.
But what was the true purpose behind what made you get back into or get into writing that book?
I've always been taking notes.
Okay.
I take notes so much, different strategies and stuff. People ask me, how I think about this or strategy wise, and instead of like remaking a note every time to make something, or even like scripting a video, like I just remade my thumbnail for my How to Lab video for fighting
Okay.
games. Instead of like just remaking something else, I'm like, why don't I just make this book so then like I can draw from it myself to make content.
I see what
or
he's saying. Yep.
I like
if
it.
someone asks me, like, okay, people want to pay me for lessons, right, to learn. Instead of them constantly paying me, like,
Take
for
this
every
book.
lesson, yeah, just take this book. This book is like if you had a lesson with me and I gave you all the notes.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
so the book would you consider it for any average gamer, or are these for people who want to
Advanced.
use
Yeah.
reach an elite level? Like, who is the book mostly for?
I think anyone that wants to play fighting games, because me, I don't look at how to play a game as a beginner. Okay, there's always beginners and stuff.
Yeah. I
would
don't
be a
look
beginner.
at average and pro level. I look at there's a way to play the game or an incorrect way to play the game.
Yeah.
So this is how you should be thinking about fighting games.
Gotcha.
So
Nice.
that's what the book is for. So it's not just for, you got to have the mentality, I want to go win this tournament. Even if you just want to understand what's going on the screen at a deeper level, so it's better to understand and more enjoyable to watch, you can get the book and read it and be like, oh, so this is what this is. Because I'm not using the slang terms that are used community and stuff. I'm using like the layman's terms. that
Okay.
Everyday life.
Average person
Like
would
if
understand.
I said reversal or turnover, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Quarter circle.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
learned that today. I forgot already.
Because like we have different, like, okay, there's DP, right? When you hear DP, you think double penetration, but that's not.
well,
What?
man.
How do you wait? First of all, how you know what I'm thinking? I don't like the fact that you.
I don't know what that
Yeah.
means, but
Yeah,
double penetration.
but we use
What?
DP as an acronym for Dragon Punch.
A dragon
Okay.
punch,
Yeah.
also known as double penetration. I
Yeah,
get
also,
That's what I'm saying. It can be taken as that. So if I write in my book, so you want to DP this move if they jump at you.
yeah.
You'd be like, what?
What?
I can't get
This
that out
is
of
a
my head
nasty
now.
move.
It's bad.
Nasty
What the
move.
abbreviation stands for and
Yeah.
stuff. And if you're not a fighting game player, you don't know what Dragon Punch is. So you're
Okay.
not a fighting game player within the know.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'll say reversal because it's the same. That's the point of the DP.
Right.
The Dragon Punch, which is Ryu or Ken does, it's an invincible attack. So the purpose of it, if I feel like you're going to hit me, even if I'm at a disadvantage, or
You'll
something,
take the hit.
No, I'll go through your hits
Ooh.
because it's invincible.
Don't you still get the hit points?
No, I
Even though
take
you're
the points
performing the move?
No, because it's invincible, you don't do any
It's
damage.
invincible, dude. Come on now.
Oh, nice. It's invincible.
Hey, listen, when did you write this book? How long ago did you write this
I
book?
wrote this book. I started January 11th and I finished February 8th.
This year?
This year.
Yeah.
Book is available now. We'll link it down below for those of you guys who want to check it out. We'll definitely have it linked up.
Thank
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this dude, man. This is
Yeah.
cool. This
Yeah.
is cool. I
What's
like it.
What's crazy? So you've won some major tournaments.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you were here in Toledo, Ohio. Like, I did not know this at all. I didn't know that you've done any tournaments locally here. So, like, I think going back to your point earlier of awareness, man, like, that's crazy. That's phenomenal that we have somebody like this in our city doing these things.
And this is the whole point of doing this, yes.
Yeah, and it definitely deserves more recognition, man. I think it's phenomenal. I think it's absolutely
Man, he on
phenomenal.
a global scale, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And this is why when we, he told me about, I said, man, let's get him in because this needs to be put out there. And what is your message to the young kids? Because, a lot of young kids are probably getting yelled at by their parents, like, oh, you just play video games, da, da, da. What do you say to them? Like, what are your thoughts? If you had any advice to these young, because a lot of people are going to be watching this, what's your advice?
Do whatever you want.
Damn.
Love it.
Like, for real, like, okay, none of us asked to be here.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying do whatever you want, like,
Run rampant.
don't
or
hurt
anything.
anyone.
Yeah.
Within the moral competence, like, in my stream chat when people come, this rules is just don't be whack.
Don't be whack.
Love it.
Just don't
It's
be
a pretty
whack.
We should
simple
get a
rule.
t-shirt.
Yeah.
Don't be whack.
Don't be
I don't
whack.
need to put this long. You know what not to do.
Yeah.
You
Right?
know.
Right from wrong. Before you do something, there's something in your gut, our conscience, which is really the voice of God telling us, hey, you shouldn't do this.
Mm-hmm.
So
Follow your
Don't be
gut.
whack.
Yeah.
like,
I like
if you like
But do what you
bowling,
want.
if you whatever you like doing,
Yeah.
Do it.
not just you don't have to just think to do it and be great at it. Do it to the point where you can get to the level where you can share it with everybody.
I like that.
Because it's not just about everybody can't be the best.
No.
A lot of people can be great, but everybody can't be the best.
Yep.
But you can share an activity like, okay, LeBron James, clearly like the best basketball player that's still playing, right? Everybody.
Oh, you want to fight that one? I saw a twitch. I saw a twitch in your eye.
Better than Jordan?
No, he just dropped.
I like this guy. I like this guy.
He just dropped 56 the other day though, at 37.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. And I mean, how old was Jordan in the last championship he won? I know he was like 30s. He was like
I don't remember, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into any of
But
that.
yeah, I'm a big Jordan fan.
Yeah.
A lot of like my motivation comes from Jordan. Like I'm not going to front. I was watching
Space Jam.
Space Jam is great.
That's a good movie.
Which one?
Part one.
Okay,
Oh,
part
LeBron
one.
Space Jam
Part
was.
one.
I didn't like that.
You ain't like Dame Time?
The LeBron version of
I'm
Space
saying,
Jam. I didn't like.
I like both Space Jams.
I fell asleep.
I like
just
both
Dame
of 'em.
Time because he slowed down time and he started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like.
Yeah.
It. I like the Jordan
Yeah,
Space Jam
it
though.
was a decent
you know?
movie, but I prefer like how the plot was in Jordan's because
The original?
Right,
Oh yeah,
the
for sure,
original.
for sure.
because aliens and stuff, and then
Yeah.
he's just fighting against man, what's the dude's name?
The Monstars, right?
No,
That was the first one.
the second one. The second one wasn't even the Monstars. It was just like computer generated.
Oh,
Yeah.
algorithm or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Ali G
Yeah.
or whatever. I don't know. He
Yeah.
said something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
But what's funny is he was the GOAT. They actually, man, I forget. You remember the movie, the basketball movie where
He was the GOAT. I
Yeah,
saw
he-
that movie.
yeah,
I
forgot.
saw that movie.
I don't know why I'm.
Kevin Garnett is in that movie. Kevin Garnett plays Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Look it up.
He's messing me up. I don't know what
Kevin
he's
Garnett,
talking
the
about
GOAT.
right now.
What is the name of this actor?
Are
Don,
you
Don Cheadle?
Sorry, Don Cheadle.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
in the
Movie
GOAT.
called The
He was
GOAT.
in the GOAT.
okay? Oh, the movie The Goat.
Yeah.
okay.
You didn't see that movie. Did you see that movie?
I'm just
The
saying
Goat?
like-
That's old, bro.
That's old.
That's old.
Kevin Garnett is in the movie.
Yeah, I'm just saying that they're in the same. Like,
You messed me up,
basketball
but now I got
universe. They're in the same like a basketball universe.
Yeah.
You have him in one basketball movie, now he's in another.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see what you're saying.
All right, we went all off tangent.
Where-
again.
I just thought about it.
Yeah,
was
I
like,
know.
So look, let's just go over everything. All right, let's go over. This dude has a book coming out. Oh,
No,
it
it's
already
out.
came
It's out,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
The book already came out. It's out there. Where do people go to get this book?
You
How
can
do
go
people
on
get this?
Gumroad.
Huh?
Gumroad.com. It's
Okay.
spelled like
Check the link below.
GUMROAD.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's Perfect Legend. I think I have to check the link because I
You're,
don't know.
you're also on YouTube. I seen you,
Oh,
man. You
yeah.
got a lot of this dude gets a lot of views in there, man. You're also on what's YouTube link?
YouTube.com/Perfect Legend. I'm also on Twitch.tv/Perfect Legend. I'm
Man.
on TikTok. on Instagram as well. On TikTok, it's Perfect Legend TT.
He's also on Facebook. He's also on Facebook.
Yeah, I have my Facebook page is facebook.com/xperfectlegendx.
Perfect Legend. I like it.
We'll link everything down below so that people can reach out to you, and your book. We'll link it down below so people can buy the book right through the link down below.
What are your thoughts? What do you think?
I had another question related to the one that you asked earlier. So, your statement to kids: do whatever you want.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
Okay, I love that statement. What's your statement to the parents?
Yeah.
There's
and let them do whatever they want.
Everybody doing it. It's chaos. He's like anarchy, fucking the Joker.
Like don't discourage your kids from like my dad. Look, there are people all over the world that believe in God and don't believe in God. I fully believe in God.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So God gave us all free will.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
And we should be allowed that free will through our parents to figure out what it is that we're interested in. In this day and age, 2022, literally anything become a business or any like a niche. There's
100%.
a group of people that love something.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Anything.
Right.
Something.
Name it.
Like you can find that audience, especially with the social media outlets now, especially on TikTok. You go on TikTok.
Yeah.
There's like Bible TikTok. There's like
everything.
There's
Everything.
Construction,
food,
computer
everything.
algorithms, whatever it is, like whatever you like,
anything,
there's a niche
marketing,
for it.
All that is out there, and there's a audience for it. You can post a video on YouTube of somebody doing hopscotch, and it can get 1 million views if you do
it can go viral,
right?
Yep.
If your kid loves
Video games,
anything,
yep.
let them do it. I mean, as long as it's not hurting themselves.
Right, there it is. Right.
Being disrespectful to anybody. Just let them engage in whatever it is that they are enjoying. However, we don't pick what I don't look at something. I didn't look at gaming was like, this is what I do want to do for my entire life. It was like, hey, this is how I like spending my time on a regular basis.
Right.
And then there's I like playing basketball. I like doing that. I like working out. I like dancing. I like skating. There's so many things.
And you ain't bothering nobody.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's so many things that you can engage yourself in that's productive. There, like I'm talking about, recreational activities.
Yeah.
But there's value in the entertainment there.
100%.
Either by learning or by watching.
It's
all there teaching. So, you never know. Your kid could be whack at something today, and then 10 years, 20 years from now, be teaching people who are whack to not be whack at it anymore.
Yeah.
Or you can be running a building for allow people to come in and do whatever it is the activity is.
I like it.
I love it. I'm gonna
keep an open mind. It's not all about you got to guarantee go to college for this and
right.
You can create whatever you want just from the thought.
I'm gonna piggyback off what you're saying. I gotta add to this because this is definitely a subject that I feel super strongly about, and it's about parents kind of limiting time on technologies without the understanding of what it is, and not teaching kids like what it is. Even playing video games, there it has to be. There's respect that has to be taught with it. You can't just run rampant on there.
Right.
But you also shouldn't limit it because you don't understand it. I don't see technology going backwards ever.
It's not.
It's not going away. So all the social medias that we have,
that's a part of life.
That's a part of life. It's better for kids to learn that the right way, to be taught.
Yeah, the right
hey,
way.
this is bad. Don't ever do this. But if you don't teach them and strictly say you can't do this, they're going to get on there one day and they're not going to know how to behave. They're not going to know how to behave. And video games, first of all, they're a super stress reliever. I still play video games to this day. I absolutely love playing video games as a stress reliever. And I don't play as much as I used to by far, but it's still a recreational activity that I like to do. But for kids, I don't see why you would limit your kids from doing that, especially if it's something that they love.
You can't play outside all day?
No.
At night, what you do?
Yeah. And then there's also like the way that it's viewed, like there's esports nowadays. Like people are making careers out of this, and there's people out there that are making like some serious money.
Wow.
So like
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
But it's not just in like playing to win, it's also like event hosting. And just getting into the communities because people got to make games, so you got to learn how to do that. UI, graphic design, storyboard.
There's a lot.
There's so much that goes to it. It's an ecosystem.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if your kid is like entertained by that and likes that, that might be their passion. Why would you prevent somebody from doing their passion just because you don't know what it is or aren't comfortable with it? So just building off of what you said, do what you want. I agree. Also, parents, they should allow the kids to explore. Like that's the time. Now's the time to kind of learn all this stuff and teach them the right way to do those things.
And that gaming can, like, example, the simulation can inspire them to do that in real life.
Yeah.
There it is.
Example, race car drivers like NASCAR. They were running simulations online on a game to compete in, and then there was a player that was a top player in that, and then he transitioned to NASCAR.
For real?
And
Oh wow!
I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So these are really also simulations.
Yeah,
nice.
That's crazy.
Very nice.
Love it. Any other shout out you wanna give before we get out of here? Anything else?
To God, Lord and Savior.
There it is.
Just allowing all this to exist. My dad, my mom, my entire family, my friends, everybody, fans. I would say shout out to the haters, but man, we can't. I mean, I guess them too, because
them too, man.
Hey, man, they're part of the impressions and the algorithm and all that.
Shout outs to the haters, you know.
Yeah, and it's just been really fun. Hopefully, I'm not really looking forward to starting anything or doing I'm just doing what I'm doing as far as like on a daily basis, training, practicing, teaching people, help people get into gaming and stuff. Because like I said, it's not just about like being the best or training to be the best. It's about just like sharing the whole experience with people.
Would you be interested in helping if people locally here in Toledo, Ohio, if they wanted to know a little bit more and get into that gaming scene a little bit more? Is that something that interests you?
That's a good question.
It depends on like what their intentions are, because there are people that will come out and not have the best intentions with what they're doing. But if it's
with the right intentions,
with the right intentions,
with the right intentions,
and it's done the right way. Like example, I don't see why there couldn't be like a school league where they're all competing with one another.
If there were like let's say if there were a building where kids could go to learn more about this, and they were genuinely interested in going to an elite level,
that would be fun.
That would be, and I'm just spitballing an idea out there, especially something.
Especially when you had a mentor yourself, you know, you have to think about how many kids don't have that.
Right.
Mentor to like, hey, I was there.
Yeah, now everyone has like great parents or good family.
Right. There it is. I think that's a good idea.
I'm lucky and blessed to have what I have.
Love it, man. Absolutely love it, and I love the mentality, man. I appreciate you coming on so much. Yeah,
no problem, man. Anything could have happened. It went any other way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it went the right way. Yeah, it went the right way for sure. Francisco, any other thoughts?
Well,
what are your final thoughts on what we've gone over today? Let me ask you that.
Today was. I was a little skeptical about the video games because I don't know too much about video games, to be quite honest.
Quarter circle.
You know, but I feel like I learned a lot. You know what? One of the things that I really learned is that we all have something in common because we're all human beings. We all have experiences, different things. Even though your path may take you to video games or hip hop or whatever, sports, we all had to cross certain bridges in our lives. And just talking about relationships and how that to me was something that, okay, so it happens to everyone. Everyone has to go through these growing pains, and that was awesome that he shared that with us. Also, the fact that he has a very supporting group in his life, your parents, your family. That's so good. You know, we need to be supportive of our kids growing up and what they're doing, as long as they're not bothering nobody, they're not getting in no one's way. And I like that about what he said, you know, because that was interesting, you know, that the fact that you have your parents backing you up, your cousins, all that. We need that. It takes a village. And so that was awesome. You know, I love your spirituality with your relationship with God. That's awesome, too, because we don't have a lot of people like that. Not too many people have that relationship. So that was awesome. I just enjoyed myself. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys buy his book, follow him on social media. And, I mean, I don't know what else to say other than thanks for coming, man. For real.
Thank you for having me.
For real, man.
Appreciate you, bud. All right, guys. Have a good one.